Alright, welcome back to the Chain Pact Dynasty. This is episode number 12. We're getting close to the ending here. This is our recurring role-playing dynasty. We've been playing this for 3 months now. This is a recurring dynasty that focuses on role-playing and lore building. We have a super active community on our Discord that's creating pages upon pages of lore. If you want to know more about the general cultural and societal background for this dynasty, you can click on the link that is currently pinned in chat in our Discord. You have a link for that as well in chat. And yeah, basically, to put it super short, the concept is the three regions agreed hundreds of years ago to take turns ruling the kingdom through a pact called the Chain Pact. That basically regulated the whole procedure through a highly ritualized procedure to select the honor guards and the spouse. More details on Discord. So the kingdom has been mostly at peace for this dynasty, but we've had some incidents, of course. I think Clara is home. I didn't know. So yeah. This dynasty focuses on role-playing and on lore building, and I encourage you to role-play. I always role-play my monarchs. I write traits for them, ad hoc. For each one I write traits that are different from the previous ones, and I try to follow them as strictly as possible while I play, of course, trying to make a good story. And I encourage you to do the same, because I think it's more fun that way. We run these every Wednesday, and once we're done with this, I think this might be either the second to last or third to last of the episode. It's probably, I have to decide. It's going to depend on some scheduling things that I have in a couple of weeks. I'm going to be announcing it in a couple of days. But yeah, we're drawing near to the end, and when we're done, we're going to be starting a new one. Played in for about 3 months, so start to wrap up your RP threads. That's what I want to say. Yeah, and as Vaspir is nicely reminding us, as always, for those of you who may be new or who napped halfway through the last game, I have a summary for last episode provided by our lovely That Which Lurks. Allow me to read it for you. No. Okay. Sorry. Alright, so previously on the Chain Pact Dynasty, in the reign of patrician monarch Rudolf II the Beloved, who ruled from 1121 to 1138. Rudolf II was the heir of the compliant and generous King Rudolf I the Magnificent, bearer of the Scepter of Sages. However, the court doubted whether they were his child. The queen consort, Lady Patrician Dominica Bulbizar, was infamously confined to her quarters for cheating on her husband with some chief. Rudolf II grew up with no mother and an often absent father, surrounded by gossips questioning their legitimacy to rule. Their emotional wounds bared to all, Rudolf the Scarred clung to the Chain Pact and influential figures for guidance, pining for validation they felt they could not deserve without expiating the sin their mother had passed on to them. The council voted for them to become a saint, but they could not bear driving away pagans and atheists. Striving for unity, they spent their entire reign bearing their nobles under extravagant gifts and financial aids, with no regard for their own treasury. When the Northern army crushed the mad chief's host of animated eyes, Rudolf pardoned the traitor. They had to prove they were more merciful than their predecessor. If they did not grant second chances, how could they deserve one? The Chain Pact had the monarch marry Chief Odvine of Clanchara, an enthusiastic reader eager to share her passion for popular Northern folklore. It was love at first sight, and under her warm tutelage, Rudolf developed a close relationship with Northern culture. Rudolf allowed 9th missionaries to be sent to the north, thinking it was gifting the locals more options to explore their religious freedom. While the preaching was rather successful, the blowback from the most traditionalist chiefs made Rudolf feel guilty. When Chief Brandr Moonsong manifested prophetic dreams, the monarch took him on as permanent advisor, the first dream speaker. Ever since seeing the scepter of sages glow for the first time, they had been always fascinated with it. With magic. It is in the sea that the most defining event of Rudolf II's reign took place. A kraken appeared, and Lord Patrician Ceresio Consi, made overconfident by his familiarity with such beasts, led the navy to defeat. The wounded monster raged along the coast, sinking half of the region's entire military fleet and a third of its merchant vessels. Many lost faith in a just god during the rampage. Rudolf was stunned. Chief Arvid Bluebolt ruined their family helping the coast while preparing a winter feast fit for the monarch, but Rudolf paid them back in coffers of gold and caskets of sapphires. Having succumbed to social pressure to drink, an utterly intoxicated Rudolf led the whole in ancient war songs taught to them by Otvine, only to realize the day after how anti-pact the lyrics could sound to modern ears. Only the most fanatic god speakers thought the monarch ninthist enough to be called a saint. Their true wish was clearly to be loved by all. Commoners, once shocked at the wealth the crown still commanded, had learned to trust Rudolf long before they left the treasury with a mere 200 coins. And the obvious embarrassment their drunken antics still cost them made them endearingly relatable to many. Pushed by their advisors, Rudolf toured the kingdom, nervously gave speeches, attended parties thrown in their honor. They came to realize how truly loved they were, and decided to bring the peasants back into the council. A plot to bribe the palace watch fell apart, as not only were the guards utterly devoted to Rudolf, but the common folk's influence over the council also made the kingdom prosper enough that the watch could soon be properly paid again. Broken as their parents' union, lonely Rudolf II, the Scarred, could have been easy prey for manipulative nobles. Rudolf II, the Beloved, ruled surrounded by sincere admirers, and the love they shared with their spouse and daughter was the stuff legends are made of. This is what happened last time. Please give a big round of applause to our amazing Dawich Lurks for providing this. Thank you so much, Lurks. I freaking love these every time. Hell yeah. That ending is so good. The love they shared with their spouse and daughter was the stuff legends are made for. Mwah. This is great. Thank you so much, Lurks. Thank you so much. This is great. So this is what happened last time. Also Kraken, yes. Yeah, finally we have a wholesome marriage in this marriage-based dynasty. Now with the summary out of the way, let us start, as we do, with the coronation. Your Majesty, it was an honor to serve your parent, but now it's your time to wear the crown. As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. Should I get changed into my waterproof robes then? It may be for the best, Your Majesty. Shall we call the nobles in? Let's go. So what can we do? Host a lavish parade with jugglers and fountains of wine, force the commoners to swear a blood oath, throw the queen into the river. The nobles must put on a vast banquet for the queen. We're gonna veto this. We won't force the commoners to swear blood oath at all. Totally unexpected, right? Electory, it's a little too late to vote. It's a little too early to vote. One may think that having played this game for about a year, you would know when a vote has started, you know? Yeah, I think we're gonna veto the blood oath and let you choose on anything else. We don't want to force the commoner to swear blood oath. We don't want to do it. That sounds too cruel to me. So the whole concept about this dynasty, one of the main things that I wanted to experiment with, was trying to encourage people to not think about party lines as following their region. You know, I wanted to encourage people to think, okay, let's have two sides, right? People who are against the Chain Pact and people who support the Chain Pact. And try to have teams that gathered around these ideals instead of gathering around the regions, to try to have a different dynamic compared to normal King of the Castle games. So if you're just joining us tonight, I encourage you to think in that way as well, right? Try to think, do I support the Chain Pact and the stability it's brought so far, or do I not? You know, yeah, right? Like, try to think about ideology, not just about schemes and regions. Like, we're trying not to blame things on one region. We're trying not to make teams that are chiefs against patricians against barons, but more like pact supporting chiefs, barons, and patricians against pact-averse barons, chiefs, and patricians, you know? Hey Marley, good morning. Don't worry. Alright, it's 11 to 9. It looks like it's gonna be A. I'm gonna be counting down to 5 just to make sure. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And we're bankrupt right away. Lavish parade with jugglers and fountains of wine. The coronation is a great success. Jugglers, wine, fireworks, and feasts. It has an impact on your treasury, of course, but what doesn't? And council introduction. Oh, actually, oh god damn it, I forgot. I'm gonna do it right away after this. I'm gonna do it right away after this. Yeah, no Reaver. No Reaver. Apparently the nobles are happy. I usually do a thing after the coronation, but I forgot. So I'm gonna do it after the council introduction. Of course there's gonna be an anthem tonight, y'all. Now that you're the queen, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Chiefs of the North, we have Pinky. Good luck in the days ahead, your highness. You'll need it with us lot. Well, thank you, Pinky. I appreciate the warning. And then we have patricians. Yarwolko. Is that how I pronounce your name? I love the beard and the mask. A pleasure, your esteemed highness. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign. And finally, the Marsh. We have Vitamin Chi. Hail and well met, my liege. Under your leadership, we'll whip this kingdom into shape, huh? And with that, the introductions are done. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue. Is this what your parent fought so hard for? Hello! Alright. And to blow my nose and get some water, get a drink of water, and then we're gonna do the thing. Alright, so the Chain Pact Dynasty has a peculiar thing that we've been doing for, you know, a few times. Is this a bug? I think it's a bug. Squashed. Boom, there you go. Yeah, today it's the thing, on Friday it's the plan. It wasn't my game? Okay. Somebody did it. So, the Chain Pact has an official anthem that's been written by our amazing honest Swede who is not here tonight, I think. It's called Vocatio Novitatis, the Call of the New Age. It has music, it has lyrics, and it's going to be my pleasure to butcher it for you now. Here is the official anthem of the Chain Pact Dynasty. In the halls of our forebearers, from sea to shining sea, raise up the call of loyalty, for now reigns a time of peace. Honor bound by noble principle, we hold ourselves instead. For prosperity and compromise shall rule our times again. From the tundra of the northern lands to the mountains of the March, across rolling shores of coastal sands, we shout with valiant hearts, may the pact eternal be. Thank you, thank you. That was the anthem of the Chain Pact Dynasty. As long as the Chain Pact stands, we will have this anthem sung at the start of every game. Thank you. Thank you, y'all. Thank you. You're too kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's always a pleasure to sing this, you know? I don't think... Thank you, Master. May the Pact Eternal be indeed. Now let's see if that's true, though. This always puts me in a great mood. I'm gonna miss it when we're done with this dynasty. Thank you, thank you. So, you just missed the anthem, Howitzer. I just finished it, yes. So, usually after the council, I read any approved things. I don't think it's been officially approved, but I think that it's cool enough that I'm gonna accept the vote that's happened, and will say that the peasants are still in the council. So at the end of last reign, the peasants were allowed in the council, basically as an auditorium, right? Like just assisting, listening, and voicing their concerns, but no right to vote. And I gotta say that the council approved a motion to let them stay. They still have no voting power, but yeah. Triumph of the Eternal Age, if the lineage survives, yeah. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Like, it was pretty clear that it was approved, so... The worst vote. So I would say that the peasants are still in the council. Still cannot vote, but yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's a long history to this, Lorem. It's been very gradual, and it's happened over the span of, like, 5 to 6 monarchs. And, yeah. It's been very, very gradual. Yeah. We have actual literal... We have... literate peasants. Like, our peasants can read and write in this kingdom. We have widespread literacy. And, yeah. And now they can attend council sessions as an auditorium. Yeah. It's a long story. We're like episode 12. If you want to know more about the history of how we got here, the place to go is on our Discord. If you look at Kingdom Lore, there's a thread in there, in that channel, that is called Chain Pact Chronicles, Chain Pact Dynasty Chronicles. There you're going to find summaries for every monarch that we've had so far, and it's a long read. So if you don't want to read the whole thing, each monarch has also a too long didn't read section, so you can get a super quick idea of what happened. So I encourage you to go there. It's probably going to take like 5 minutes to read all the too long didn't reads, and that should give you an idea of the history of this dynasty. Yeah, exactly what Kana said. Yeah. Equal to nobles? Oh, they're so far away from being equal to nobles. Well, the path to victory. Let's go. Your Majesty, you have some big boots to fill. And with your parents out of the picture, the nobles will be looking for any opportunity to replace you. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Well, as the Chain Pact demands, it's gonna be up to you. Oh yeah, there's also a chur thing. So, let me start a poll here. They're gonna want more, and now I hope our pricing comes up. I don't know. I am of the opposite opinion, you know? I'm of the opposite opinion. So, what does Rudolf III want to do? I think the options are gonna be... military, farming, and trade. Yeah, military, farming, and trade, I think, are the options. So let me start a poll here. New poll. Which ambition? Military, farming, and trade. This is going to be a Twitch poll. So Starting the poll. Right now, you have 1 minute to vote. You can vote in Twitch chat. Feel free to do it right now. I'm gonna take like 10 seconds to take a look at the other room because I'm hearing weird noises and I want to make sure that Clary's okay. Alright, yeah, Clary's okay. Let me see, how is the vote going here? Military is winning. Wow, military is winning. Holy moly, that's interesting. That is interesting. You probably have like 10 seconds to vote, so if you want to do it now. But I think military may be winning. Awesome. Yeah, military is winning. Alright. Good stuff. So, military it is. As a conqueror. The council decides the agenda. Your Majesty, the Robin bloodline, after taking the throne, needed to establish its might in the eyes of the world. This was done by Robin II. Their wildly successful war against Ashby. You should repeat history and start a war. Canny, I trust you. I trust you. Yeah, we gotta fix that, right? Let's go. A warrior queen is sure to be remembered fondly if she wins more battles than she loses. I suggest over the next few years we focus on improving the kingdom's overall military as much as possible. See areas, welcome back and thank you for joining. Once you have an area, we'll return to discuss how our ambition is progressing, blah blah blah. Oh hi, Darth. Let us end the season and start with the schemes. Doing all they can to be like the Robins. Yeah, and that's also very... Yeah. It's gonna make sense at the end of the stream. Now that you say that, I hadn't even thought. So, Martin of the Vaspir bloodline. Infamous Marcher Hunter stands before blazing hearth, shouting and swearing. Big Cheese, welcome back. Whenever the Barons of the March back down from a fight, never! I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful king, on the throne. Yeah, that's definitely Toots anti-pact, by the way. No wonder. Alright, my dear Barons of the March, I'm gonna do the premise here for everyone. When picking your schemes, consider what you want to do. Do you want to support? Like, do you want to overthrow the queen? Or do you want to support the Chain Pact, right? So if you want to overthrow the queen, pick the objective that you think is the easiest. If you want to support the Queen and the Chain Pact, pick the scheme that you think is the hardest to achieve. With that said, my dear Barons, it is up for you to decide. What do you want to do to overthrow the Queen or help her? Do you want to use subterfuge, trying to lower stability? Do you want to find a doppelganger, trying to lower your own defiance? Or do you want to find and accumulate gunpowder, trying to lower authority? What do you want to do, Barons? What do you want to do? So wait, why did it take a full hour to get to agenda selection and scheme picking? Because I started late because a friend of mine had a baby. And I was talking with him because he just had a baby 7 hours ago. The cessation of gunpowder trade to all continental powers? Awesome. That's good news. So that's why, Darth Doom. I started late because of happy life things. Oh my god, this is... Everybody voted and it's a 50-50. Subterfuge and doppelganger. Holy moly. That's much better than I thought. Yeah, it was... thank you, Darth Doom. It's not my baby. Yeah, it's not my baby, luckily. Wow. Yeah, that's everyone. Alright. It's a 50-50 between Subterfuge and Doppelganger. Let's go. Thank you, Darth Doom. That's very appreciated. It's the first friend of mine who has a baby. And it is Subterfuge. Kana, Red Juice, and King Israel and Lurks. Voting for Subterfuge, trying to lower stability. Let's go. Let's go. That's awesome. The Barons plan to replace the Queen's advisors with their own agents. First, they must prove they're doing a bad job. To advance their scheme, they must lower stability to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Don't despair, Baspir. You know as well as I do that it's going to depend on events. Magnus looks cool. Of the Dragon Pit clan. Charismatic political mastermind stands precariously in a longhouse crossbeam spitting as they speak. This person here? Worrisome. Chiefs of the North, we all know I should be on the throne, not this imposter queen Rudolf III. How do we make that happen? Well, chiefs, what do you want to do? Do you want to overthrow the queen or do you want to support the Chain Pact? Based on that, choose your easiest or your hardest objective. Your options are to intimidate the queen, trying to raise stability, to follow a prophecy, trying to raise authority, or to find a hornblower, trying to lower all faith. What do you want to do, my friends? What do you want to do? Hornblower? It's 2-time? What kind of advisor is a dream speaker anyway? One who speaks dreams. You know? One who is in close contact with magic. Alright, Hornblower it is. That's pretty clear. Let's go. Toot! The chiefs plan to dig up Odl's legendary horn and use it to take over the kingdom. First, they must win the favor of the gods by diminishing the kingdom's belief in the ninth. To advance their scheme, the chiefs must lower the combined total of all regions' faith to 12 or less in 4 seasons. And finally, we have the patricians. Eulalia. Oh my god, this name is terrible. Eulalia of the Electory. Wow, you called it. Legendary business mogul. Scribbles with a well-used quill and hardwood desk, explaining in a measured prose. Eula. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of Queen Rudolf III. Something must be done. Yeah, okay. Let's go. Patricians, same thing for you. What do you want to do? Do you want to overthrow the queen or do you want to support the Chain Pact? So pick your easiest or your hardest scheme. Your options are sorcery, trying to ask for the help of a wizard and raising authority. Spreading a conspiracy, trying to lower the treasury, or spreading corruption, trying to lower authority. I saw corruption. Sparse corruption, welcome back. That makes sense. Yeah. I know. I watched the queen grow up and somehow it warmed my icy hearth and heathen heart. I shall follow her. That's awesome, Traditional Grace. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, conspiracy is currently winning. Yeah, this might be a wild one, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna count down from 5 here. It looks like it's gonna be a conspiracy. Counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. I have no idea, Electri. The patricians plan to sink the queen under a notion of debt. To advance their scheme, the patricians must lower the treasury to 1,500 or less in 3 seasons. Alright. And we have a treacherous half-brother, a long-lost nephew, and a questionable claimant, of course, this is a pirate, right? So these two have some small legitimacy, but the patrician one doesn't at all. This is just a freaking pirate. So let's go. So... I think it's going to be swing votes. Or Royal Gamble, actually. You know what? It might be Royal Gamble. Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. How do you end up related to the monarch? Mysteries. So... an avalanche. Oh my god. Oh my god. We're off to a really poor start here. Well, let's start with an exotic plant. Let's go. Chief Traditional Grace strides into the council chamber, brandishing a clay pot from which grows a long leafy plant with floppy yellow flowers. Our expert farmers have discovered a new kind of plant, Your Majesty. I thought you might like to name this exciting new discovery. Oh, I love Timian's Bane. Yes, there you go. Menacing, I like it. This stuff grows wonderfully fast. It tastes horrible, but the farm animals don't mind. I suggest we grow it in the north as livestock feed. Or perhaps it would make a nice addition to the palace decor. Well, I did it anyway. So, since the team is being cropped from the chiefs and planted in the palace, cultivated in the north. Do you want to cultivate it in the north? Why not, right? Oh, no. Timian's box. It's just so nice. Put it in the palace in memory of Edel, the royal gardener. I don't want to take it away from the chiefs though. I would absolutely give one to my beloved queen. I think I'm okay with cultivating in the north, to be quite honest. Yeah. Yeah, I would say let's do that, right? Let's cultivate it in the north. I'm going to encourage you to do it. I'm going to encourage you to cultivate it in the north. I think it's just respectful. They asked for it, and I am more than happy to do it. Let's just respect the fact that they discovered it and they want to do it. Alright. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you, my dear council. I appreciate that. I appreciate that you respect the fact that I respect the north. Thank you. Let's go. Cultivated in the north. Northern farmers plant fields of Timian's Bane to support their livestock. It spreads alarmingly fast, and the pastures become known as the Timian's Bane Sea. Villagers claim you could walk for a day and not reach the end. Yeah, this stuff is mature for sure. Avalanche it is. Deku, hello. Look at you. Really northern. A devastating avalanche has buried a mountain village within my domain. There were few survivors. It's like mean but gross. What? It's based on a real plant? No way. Kudzu? What? Oh my god. That is scary. Wow. Cool, I didn't know. Thank you. Thank you, Vitamin Chi. So, I suppose the kingdom should lend a helping hand. The other nobles are under no obligation to help the north, but surely they will vote with compassion. The thing is... Oh, it's 1200, not 1800. Thank freaking god. Then we're gonna do it, right? We're just gonna freaking do it. Yeah, we're gonna go A, of course. Due to recent events of conflicts with hauntingly dangerous creatures of the Wraith Sands, Lord Patrician Rule will not be able to attend the Kingdom's Council for an uncertain amount of time. Sultan of Atash has requested his presence and aid during this time. Of course, of course. That's understandable. Yeah. Let's send financial aid, I would say. Right? I'm gonna veto this. I think it's very uncourteous. But yeah, we should go A. I strongly believe. Because that's the right thing to do. That is the right thing to do. I hope. Now imagine Imagine what would have happened if we had the 1,000 gold from the coronation ceremony. Imagine how much better off we would have been. Alright, financial ADDs. Looks pretty clear to me. Let's go. Your funds go towards resettling the survivors in neighboring villages with enough gold to see them through the winter. And Chief Deku skims a little off the top. Of course, for trouble. There you go. And under reaper conditions can grow around 1 meter per day. What? That's insane. Goats! Wow. Of course, Maito, of course. But I know, but that's what we have to do. What do you mean you're sitting up in bed reading some paperwork when a filth-encrusted peasant wanders into your bedchambers as bold as brass? Hello, Madge. Glad I finally found you. This bloody place is a maze. Mind if I take a seat? Who are you? Oh, me? I'm Miss Bolivar, Madge. Pleased to meet you. Listen, I've got a... What? Got a bloody great idea for you. What if you chop the legs of horses and replace them with wheels? Boom! Fast and transport. Yeah, this is very fitting. Chop the legs off horses and replace them with wheels. Genius! Before Bolivar can explain further, your marshal burst into the bedchamber, sword drawn. Your Majesty, I'm sorry I didn't come sooner. I have no idea where the Palace Watch are. Do you want me to kill this intruder? I mean... Yeah, this does not look great. Like, that doesn't sound like a great idea. That doesn't sound like a great idea at all. Like, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna wake you up for this. Just kick him out. I mean, no, they can speak. They can speak. No, we're not forced to vote on anything. They can listen. They can speak. That's it. This is what they can do. They can speak. Just kick him out. Arms behind your back, scumbag. The peasant is dragged from your bedchamber, still babbling about horse wheels. When the marshal returns, she looks scream. Thrifty! Welcome, y'all. Welcome. Thank you so much for the raid. But yeah, being allowed in the council chamber, exactly. It's very different. Very different. So they're not allowed in my bedchambers. They're allowed to speak, but not here. Welcome, Thrifty. Thank you so much for the raid. If you don't know Thrifty, please go drop a follow right now. It's freaking awesome. Hello. Hi, I'm MrKaji, and I basically only stream King of the Castle. So if you like this game, you're in the right place. Tonight we're playing the Chain Pact Dynasty, which is a recurring role-playing dynasty. We've been playing this for 3 months. It's episode number 12, and we're drawing the conclusion of the dynasty. So if you like role-playing and lore building and King of the Castle, stick around, because we're going to be starting a new one in a few weeks. How you doing, Thrifty? Oh, I see, Vitamin. That's cool. I didn't know. That's a fair point, Northwind. Yeah, I'm playing King of the Castle and King of the Castle related spreadsheets. The peasant is dragged from her bedchamber, still babbling about horse wheels. When the marshal returns, she looks scream. If one thing's clear from this message, that you need an honor guard who can actually keep you safe, not like the pathetic watch. Think carefully, Your Majesty. This guard's loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries that'd be loyal to coin above all. So, and here we are a chief monarch that has to take attritions. Is that correct? Right? Dewey, welcome back. Right? Just kept a milestone in Against the Storm. Oh, congrats! What? What did you do? Just before I could catch him, he chopped off his legs and put wheels on their place. I couldn't catch up to him after that. I think it's patricians, right? Do I have to take patricians? I don't remember. Let me check. So... Patricians, chief, spark. So I'm a chief. I need to marry into the barons and take a patrician honor guard. Yes. Yeah, I just didn't remember. Second seal, so just 3 more to go. I have no idea what that means, but I'm proud of you. A little less storm to go around. I have no idea. Like, I've only watched a few hours of that game, and apparently it takes so long to finish it. Ethan, welcome. Pirates. Okay. I've made my decision. I mean, pirates would go well with the coastal gladiators, so... We are a northern monarch, we're gonna marry to the marsh, and we pick the coastal gladiators. I'll make the arrangements at once. The gladiators arrive a few weeks later. The men are bare-chested and the women aren't dressed, eager to show off their bodies as much as their weaponry. They gather behind your throne and begin oiling themselves up. Alright. Auction time, y'all! Auction time. It's time to raise... It's time to not raise military, never mind. Alright. Counting down from 3, 2, 1, boom! Exclamation mark, fund, followed by the letter of the building you want to fund, followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Your options are lowering farming for the barons with A, lowering stability with B, raising stability with C, lowering faith for the chiefs with D, raising faith for the patricians with E, lowering military for the patricians with F. I see only 2 good results here, which are C and E, of course. So I hope that you'll go for that. Also, there's a library. C is a library. Please! We need more books. What are you doing? Vote for the library. Fund the library. We need books. Come on, y'all. Books are awesome. Books are freaking awesome. They make our kingdom thrive. Please, give me more books. Give me C. Give me more books. 10 seconds left. I'm gonna let you know when there's 5 seconds left. Give me a library! 5 seconds left! Hell yeah! Library time! Always more books. Thank you so much. That's so good. Emergency kindling? Shut up, Reaper. No. That's an awesome library. Hell fucking yeah. Marley and others who voted for that. Thank you so much. That's absolutely great. And sparse corruption for the cathedral. Single-handedly. That's the corruption cathedral. That is going to be called the corruption cathedral, which is not ominous at all. And the library. Such a big, well-funded library. That is a beautiful way to start a reign. Thank you, my dear nobles. I'm sure that this will be remembered. That's awesome. Am I getting a big purchase this month? Am I getting a meta quest? Oh, headset. I'm buying all the accessories on the 30th of this month. Congrats. Congrats on the buy. That's awesome. Yeah, that's a big one. One Rudolf the Third's traits just became clear. Part of it. Part of it. Cathedral of Our Lady of Corruption. It sounds good. Hi, Purple Kate. How you doing? Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's go. That's fantastic. That is so good. A curious discovery? What's that? Oh, right. I think I know. Let's do this. Your Majesty will recall the devastating avalanche that struck the north. Yes, I remember, a tragedy. The avalanche uncovered an ancient stone door embedded in the mountainside. We suspected may be one of our ancestors' tombs. Some locals pried open the door, investigated within. They did not return. Alright. Send a group of renowned northern warriors to explore the ruins. Send a team of scholars from Quill University. I would send scholars here, probably, you know? They'll probably know what to do. Yeah. I would send a team of scholars. Yeah, exactly. Last time we sent warriors into Tomb, it backfired, so I would send scholars. They would know what to do. I trust they would know what to do. We could have had a theater. Why do you want to shut it up? Come on. Let's find out more about this. Third time we found an ancient chief tombs, and both times it's resulting in magic warriors and an uprising. That's why I'm saying the scholars will know what to do. What's up with Doug? I hope nothing serious. Need to know intensifies. Yeah. Yeah. It's 10 to 12 currently, so it's probably gonna be a C, but I'm gonna be counting down from 5 here, so if you haven't voted, vote now. 11 to 12, this can be tied or overturned. 5 seconds, counting down from 5, 4, still 11 to 12, 3, 2, vote now, 1, and 0. And it's a tie. It's a freaking tie at 12. Who voted last? Lemon Square, the pirate, helping. That is incredible. Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you, Lemon Square. Okay, Scholar CDs. Oh, I see. I'm gonna look at it later. that's cool, Reaper. So, Scholar CDs. A team of scholars has sent forth to investigate, accompanied by a few officers of the watch to ensure their safety. I hope to hear back from them soon. Alright. Now, let's fix our bankruptcy problem. Your Majesty, I had booked this meeting intending to discuss our financial woes. Oh, I've solved that issue on my own? I thought it was 1500. Okay. Never mind. Congratulations on digging us out of that dismal financial pit. Yeah, apparently it's 1000. 1000. I genuinely thought it was 1500, like the scheme. That's why we started with 2200. We got 1000 away for the lavish parade, and remember that I said, and we immediately go bankrupt. Because I thought it was below 1500. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. The scheme is, the bankruptcy event is not, but luckily this is taxing time, so... Yeah, when threatened by bankruptcy, gamble. Finding a spouse. Your Majesty, it's important you find a spouse sooner rather than later. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference? Men, women, or do you not mind? Rudolf. It has to be barons. Yes, it has to be barons. I think it's going to be any. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'll send out messengers to the most influential level families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. So it might be men too. And the season. So. I'm very tempted here. Do it. Do what? Like, I'm very tempted to ask for a one-time contribution. Like, I'm actually gonna just ask about this. Like, yeah, the treasury is not in a good place. So I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask if that's possible. To get a flat one-time tax. can spot you at tenor. Anything for you, my queen? Is fiscally responsible Rudolf, right? She may have learned from the mistakes of her predecessors. Sure, why not? Nobles are rich enough. Okay, wow. So far, I've seen a bunch of yes and 2 no's. Do we eat this money? Grubbers want the treasury low and we need cash for the upcoming war? That's a good point. We can't be spendthrift. Like your parents before you. Yeah, I know. We don't want to be. We really don't want to be. I don't know if that's a yes or no. Your parent was careless with the treasury. You might as well go for it. Conspiracy never goes anywhere. Give us this tiny chance, please. What do you mean conspiracy? What is this meta talk? I'm in no position to bribe anyone. You're right, Maito. Redistribute the wealth. Allow this. Alright. Thank you, my nobles. I appreciate it. I apologize for the few of you who may be against this, but it looks like the vast majority is in favor, so I'm going to proceed. Yeah, the peasants are definitely cheering. Okay, thank you. I appreciate this. This is going to be, of course, a one-off thing. Just one-off. A simple one-off. Appreciate the responsibility that the nobles are showing in upholding our sacred peace. Not cool. No, of course. This is, as I said, kind of an emergency measure. Like the treasurer has brought up the situation of near bankruptcy, and that this is in an extra measure. Should it arise again, I'm gonna deal it with it myself, without bothering you at all. Yeah, but you know, by a very small margin. Let's take a look at the scholars. Bizarre news from the tomb in the north, Your Majesty. The scholars of Quail University have finished their excavation. Inside, they made contact with an army of warriors made entirely from ice. The frozen soldiers declared their loyalty to King Bjarnolf and asked to be taken to him. Is this a joke? No, Your Majesty, I'm as baffled as you are. King Bjarnolf died 400 years ago. He was a king back when the North was independent. The Ice Warriors have trouble understanding this, though. What do you suggest? King Bjarnolf is interred in the Hall of Heroes in Wintergate. We could take them to see his skeleton. Perhaps that will persuade them he's dead. We're not gonna take them apart. I think it's either A or D, to be honest. D is pretty good. I am a Northern Queen, you're right. I mean, that's... oh my god, that makes a lot of sense. If you think about it, it's like... oh, they want to see the Northern King? I am the ruler of the North right now. Bring them to me. I think so, yeah. Yeah, that looks awesome. Yeah. Let's do that. I am the ruler. They want to see the ruler of the North. I'm the ruler of the North. Yeah, King Bjarnolf learned a lot about herself. You probably would have like 4 nickels. What could possibly go wrong? I'm sure everything is going to be fine. But it does make sense if you put it that way, right? Like, if these are magical beings, they probably respond to formulas, you know? And yeah, just formulas. And formulas, what are formulas if not logic put in a kind of poetic way? Alright, looks like it's gonna be D. Let's go. When the Ice Warriors are told that their ancient king Bjarnolf still rules the kingdom, they accept it without question. There you go. They offer to serve the local northern chiefs as shock troops. They're powerful, dangerous warriors. Why the hell not? Why the hell not? Right? I trust the North. Do you want this, North? Do you want these Ice Warriors, chiefs? Obviously, our queen, knowing our undying love, would let us keep them. I'm very tempted to, yeah. I am genuinely asking, do you want them? I'd love it. Right, exactly. Like against the giants, this should come in handy. Yeah, let's go. The Ice Warriors are dangerous opponents, good with the blade, untiring and inhumanly fast. They'll prove a dramatic boon for the Norse military. There you go. Let's take a look at the vines. Our lovely team in Spain is flourishing, which is wonderful, but a few naysayers are concerned. Which is ridiculous, the vegetation only swallowed a few villages. It's all perfectly fine. Traditional Grace, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, wow. 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 I moved the villagers to a new village. Okay, thank God. Let's go. Trust the northern farmers. They're educated. They know what they're doing. They probably read some treaties on how to deal with such plans. Let our peasants do the work. Right? Like, we have educated them for a purpose. Let us trust them. Let us show the kingdom that educated peasants are an asset and not a problem. No, we're not gonna give it to Ashmin. Yeah, peasants are happy, right? Like, we should trust the peasants. And I'm sure that, you know, this option came up because some peasants were like, let us handle it. We know how to deal with this. And so that became an option, you know? Yeah. Alright, let's go. Order northern farmers to manage its growth. The farmers of the north try to keep the team in Spain in check. It's hard work with the scent from the blooms causing euphoria, then exhaustion, but the swamps of the stuff are under control. For now, at least. We have the best peasants in the freaking world. There you go. Horse wheel. Hell yeah. Johnny Horsewheels. That's great. That's fantastic. Haha. Eligible options. Eligible options. I have found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young candidate from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely. You'll be securing a powerful alliance. You know, I'll relish the day when you actually have something a little bit more constructive to say, electorate, than just boo down the queen. You know, I'm waiting for that day to come. So, yes, I know. The Chancellor leads you to the Great Hall, where they've arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth. All right, let's see them, the eligible candidates. I'm waiting for it. They whisk away the cloth from the first portrait. And now we all know. But for now, in chaos. Reasonable, acceptable. We all know what's gonna happen here. We're gonna marry into the barons. Let's hope it's a good candidate. This is Neil, firstborn Soren of the Northern Northwind clan. Apparently the other Northerners have nicknamed him Wind Speaker. Can't imagine why. Even among the Northerners, he's made something of a name for himself as a fearsome warrior. He was already engaged once, but it didn't last. No one's sure why. I can see the appeal, I suppose. Northwind Speaker. Northwind Speaker, there you go. From the coast, we have Dominica. Not again. The wealthy heiress to Lady Patricia Marley's estate. I mean, just look at her, she's gorgeous. And apparently she's got a silver tongue too. Wasn't that Dominica from your... No, that was Ephras, right? Yeah. That was Ephras. Her interests are typical of the coast, money, 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 and making more of it. She's said to be led by her passions, living in the moment with no thoughts for her reputation. I like the sound of her. And finally, we have the March's offering, Yvette. Sign of the prestigious Simple Coffee bloodline, a gloomy woman prone to sudden floods of tears. Naturally, the other barons despise her for showing such weakness. Like most of the barons, her great passion is hunting. No beast is safe from her crossbow, and nor is she actually. She walks with a limp ever since she shot herself in the shin, trying to hit a ferret. Why do you have to be a disaster? Why do you have to be a disaster? That might be the case, Morgan, yeah. She's pretty, but terrible. Barons only send our best. I should do a better job at that. I should have seen the worst. God damn it. Sounds like a laugh. What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance. I have unfortunately made my decision. I wish I could marry Dominica. Yeah, exactly. The world is balanced again. Yvette of the March. Let's go. Excellent, I'll make the arrangements. I hope they are better in person. Deep in the forests of the March, Baroness Manager Maid has gone boar hunting with a few of her close friends. The kingdom was supposed to be in chaos by now. Chaos! Instead of everyone's getting along with each other. It's sickening! And Loram is scheming against me. Damn and blast it, we can hardly argue with that the Queen's advisors are doing a bad job when the whole kingdom's turned into a one big picnic. The Baron's aim is to lower stability to 4 or less. Whose lineage? Simple coffee. Simple coffee. In a dingy seaside tavern, 2 patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. Terrible news, the kingdom prospers, says Prospero. The treasury is practically overflowing. Darth Von Doom. With Reaper? What are you doing? I didn't expect the queen to be competent. Nobody did. We must work harder to bankrupt her. Yeah, I mean, looking at Rudolf II, that's actually true. Nobody expected her to be competent. Patrician's aim is to lower the treasury to 1,500 or less. Didn't like this child, so I had to send her away. So, what's better than a rich monarch? A rich monarch and a rich kingdom. That's better than a rich monarch. Yeah, 2 pirates working together. Wait, is that a pirate? Darth and Doom? Don't do it? Why not? I'm gonna use it sparingly. I'm gonna use it very sparingly. Who doesn't want money? Devotees of the Leaves? What? What are you talking about? So let's do the royal wedding first. Your wedding to Yvette is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. Oh, I see, okay. It feels like you're the only one taking part. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Yvette at your side. Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife? I do. Then I pronounce you queen and wife. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance. Your new wife, Yvette, refuses to dance at all, preferring instead to brood in the corner. By the time you find yourself alone with Yvette, it passed midnight, and you've never felt more tired. Did you see the 8 crows perched on the church tower as we walked into the cathedral? A dire Roman. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. The words don't seem to sink in. Instead, Yvette bursts into tears. The peasants have the right idea. They get married for love, not for politics. Oh, to live the simple life of a commoner. I think Rudolf the Third is sympathetic here. If this stream happened 4 days ago, there's a joke I'd love to make here. What? Why 4 days ago? Yeah, I think she's sympathetic. There, we're both in this together. You comfort Yvette long into the night, listening as she expresses her doubts and fears. As dawn breaks, she falls asleep on your shoulder, exhausted. Lelkatlan, welcome back, and thank you for joining. How you doing? Good evening to you. Let's take a look at the city in flames. Hesperas, you finally stopped scheming, I see. Your August Majesty, there's been a terrible fire in the city of Armin's Pearl. Where once there were buildings, there is now a field of smoldering ash. Dozens of citizens have died. What caused this fire? A cow kicked over a lantern, your Serene Highness. Some milkmaid was burning the midnight oil and must have had unexpectedly cold hands. Well, I'm sorry to hear that your city's gone up in flames. I was hoping the council might unlock some funds from the treasury so we could rebuild. Of course, of course. Of course. Well, we'd need to. We definitely need to stop this, because that we cannot allow. We need to rebuild this exactly as it was, right? Yeah. Yeah. We need to go A. Does the monarch know about the scheme? The monarch? What do you mean does the monarch know about the scheme? We need to go A. We need to go A. We need to rebuild the city exactly as it was. Right, like, we need to rebuild, and rebuilding in stone is not an option because it empties our treasury. It's too high of an expense. Like, even if with a royal gamble it would be too high of an expense. So we need to rebuild the city exactly as it was. I encourage you to vote for A. I encourage you to vote for A. We have minor issues. Pinky bought the game. Sad her appearance, but it looks like it's not synchronized here. Any idea what might be the problem? Twitch is linked in the game. She may have joined before buying the game. If you join before buying the game or before linking the account, it doesn't show up until you join a new game. Oh, that's great. Awesome. Awesome, y'all. Awesome. We need to rebuild. I appreciate it. Thank you. You ordered the immediate reconstruction of Armin's Pearl. The cheap wooden houses take no time to build and are soon populated by candle-wielding, dry blanket-bearing common folk. What could go wrong? Alright. And now, Devotees of the Leaves. I don't remember this event at all. Your Highness, it's a disaster. After we called the Timian's Bane, some misguided souls have set up camp in the remaining patches. They say it's unjust to destroy it, and it can be kept in check as long as they feed it a goat every now and then. What? They call it their home now. We need to help these people. Holy moly! Well... I think alchemists, right? It sounds safer. Yeah, I think it's alchemists. In real life, goat eats kudzu. In Celestat, kudzu eats goat. That's a good point. Should have been mad? What do you mean? Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't want to risk armies for this. And, yeah. Let's go B. No, that's actually not what I want to do. I want to do this. Boom. Let's go B. Boom. Oh, that's awesome, Marley. Hell yeah. Would have been a mag situation. Oh no. Yeah, it's trying to remove the goats, right? It's only predator. Vote A! A B, not A. Vote B, vote B! But when mag worksheet becomes a buzzword for cheating, that is definitely what I meant all along. How do you know that? Let's go for the safe route. The safe route is the alchemists. I think, at least. Like, removing them by force, somebody could get hurt. But alchemists, if they're good enough, they're gonna smoke them out, we're gonna be able to remove them, and that's gonna be alright. Oh, I'm gonna count down from 5. 4, 3, it's still kind of close, 8 to 11, 2, 1, and 0. Alright, let's go. Get alchemists to smoke them out. Holy moly. The northern chiefs hire alchemists who whip up a vast amount of non-toxic but irritating smoke. It works tremendously. The villagers sheepishly return to their homes, coughing and claiming that the Timian Spain influenced them into moving into its territory. We need to get rid of this. As for the Timian Spain, now that people are living in it, the chiefs can carry on cutting it back. It takes some doing, but soon it's little more than a cautionary folktale. Thank God, okay. Oh, holy shit. That's awesome. I didn't know. Definitely. Yeah, pretty well, right? Good stuff. Thank you, your council. We are facing our adversities in the best possible way. For the good of the freaking kingdom. An ancient legend is resurfacing in the north, yet the chiefs can't agree on where. I'm telling you, my aunt's second cousin dug up a horn not long ago that looks just like the carvings. Our aunt's always digging things up. I have it on good authority that the horn is somewhere in my lands. The sagas confirm it. The Yellow Dragon and Small Spring Roll. You two cuties. Oh my god, that would be a nightmare, can it? Oh, Morgrim. That's awesome. Thank you, Morgrim. I've told you 1,000 times, Small Spring Roll doesn't mean hornblower in the old tongue. It means blower of... Enough! If we're to recover the horn, we must earn the god's favor. And while you two bicker, our enemies in the Ninth Church grow stronger. The chief's aim is to lower all regions' combined faith to 12 or less. Alright. Let's go. Pretty decent so far. Back from the hunt? The Jousting Tournament, hell yeah! And a Plague of Rats. So, let's do the Plague of Rats first. Let's do the unpleasant stuff first. Baron, that which lurks, strides into the council chamber, distraught, waving a dead rat by its tail. The fields and barns of the marsh are overrun by vermin, and we've no more poison for these horrible things. We can't cope anymore. Okay. I've been using a tattoo spring roll as a marker of a skull, so it's fitting there. One horn hunting. Oh, that's so good. Let me see which ones they are. Spring roll. The ones under the eye. That's so good. We are the rats. I mean, we could send them cats. Right? What could go wrong? Or we could deliver a supply of rat poison. But I think that cats are more effective. You know what? I'm gonna gamble on cats. Yeah. Let's give them cats. Those cats are awesome. The meow meows. Yeah, who doesn't want kittens? Yeah, these will be small cats. Just tiny, beautiful kittens. Just tiny, beautiful cats. have to admit I have a soft spot for felines. I think most people do. I have the impression most people do. 23 cats. God, now I'm imagining a noble who just has, you know, this huge cat colony in their villa. That's a cool concept for a monarch, if you think, for a noble, if you think about it. Yeah, everyone deserves kitties in their life, right? Cute kittens. Let's go. Gregor. Let's go. Send them a shipment of cats. Baron that which lurks bows to you deeply. I can't thank you enough, my liege. Send a caravan of cats over the march. By the time they reach their destination, they're both hungry and very angry. The perfect rat-catching mindset. Let's hope this works. It does! Thank God! Soon the rats are gone, and most households in the march have a very satisfied cat guarding their food. We hope kittens don't become a problem. Alright. Alright. That's awesome. Inheritor. God, that would be awesome, Northwind. Oh, Maito? That cat might have adopted you. To my territory, it's like more cats than already are. Yeah, I see nothing wrong there. King on the Council. God, I want... Would you play King of the Castle if every freaking character was a kitten? King of the Catstle. I beat you on that by like 3 seconds, Northwind. A Marcher Monarch canonically as a cat? Really? Which one? Yes, oh my god, yes, yes! The Barons can mention it in their Loyalist event. That's so good. Can someone make that a mod? I don't think we can do it yet. But that would be freaking awesome. Alright, let's come back from the hunt. Rudolf, dearest, I have something for you. It's something I brought back from my latest hunt. A trophy. Yvette takes you by the hand and leads you into the Great Hall, where a white sheet hangs from the statue that wasn't there before. So Yvette has done something positive. She's trying to show that to us. She actually managed to kill a freaking beast. And I'm so proud of her. So we're gonna go with it. When she pulls the sheet free and it falls to the floor, the taxidermied figure of a great brown bear is revealed, snarling in anger as if ready to attack. Yeah. Oh, the advisors, I see. Yeah, exactly. She successfully hunted, so... So I have to keep it. I have to keep it to just, you know, to help her soul. I would love to sell it. I would love to sell it. But... You know, this is kind of a joke. But it's actually an excuse to, like, the real reason is... That's lovely. Thank you, my dear wife. We're gonna keep it, so your self-confidence gets a little bump. The bear makes a fine addition to the council chamber, so your nobles give it nervous glances every time they enter the room. I would love to sell that thing, but I'm not gonna do it. The Jousting Tournament. Your Majesty, the Barons for the March have invited you to the Jousting Tournament. How delightfully rustic. Oh, that's cool, actually. No, Haspir, why would you say that? It's pretty cool, right? I mean, a taxidermied huge bear in the council hall. Oh god, no, Maito, please no. So do I want to compete? Or do I want to attend and support a night? Rudolf the Third. I kind of want to compete, yeah. Kind of want to compete. Yeah, I kind of want to compete. Yeah. From vibes, she looks like a competitor, right? Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't say there's a super relevant trait here. But yeah, she looks like a competitor, I agree. Vitamin C, no. Let's go. Superb, Your Majesty. I will send your acceptance directly. Auction time, y'all. Auction time it is. As usual, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Exclamation mark fund, followed by the letter of the building you want to fund, followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Your options are lowering stability with A, lowering trade for the barons with B, raising authority with C, lowering faith for the chiefs with D, lowering farming for the patricians with E, raising trade for the patricians with F. I see only 2 good choices here, being C and F, but it's up to you to decide, my dear nobles. C and F, I say. F is a must in my opinion, because it really strongly raises the stats of the kingdom in a way that is super relevant to the well-being of everyone. Like, don't you want to get that triple 10 in trade? 10 seconds left, so it's your last opportunity to vote. There's 5 seconds left now, so do it! Do it! Do it! Ah. So what happened? Lemon Square spending single-handedly making a deer park. Good job. Then we have Marley and others. Marley spending all the money to make a grand bazaar. That's awesome. Thank you. Hell yeah. Good job. I don't know why the deer park. I guess you wanted one. There you go. Yeah, right, Dragon Pit. Thank you, my dear nobles. Investing in the well-being of the kingdom as always. Your work is appreciated. Special guest? Oh, that's me. Oh, look at that. Look at that. A deer park for your wife to hunt in? Oh, that's so nice and kind of you. Even though it wasn't you who got it. Well, let's leave that for last. Let's start with the special guest. The barons have assembled upon a jousting field. Watching from tall stands, the place is buzzing with excitement. The servant straps on your armor and helps you mount your horse. She hands you your lance and you ride out onto the field. Welcome, one and all. I was thinking I would love this for this to be canny. I was about to say, if this is organized by canny, I want to compete 100%. Oh my god, yes. Yes, in case you didn't know, Rudolf III and Canny of House Purpleblood, the one who's here on the screen right now, are close friends. Battle of Canny reached out to me and was like, hey, I was thinking, given how my last noble died in the prisons of the capital, I was thinking that, you know, it could be a nice and endearing turn of destiny for his daughter to become friends with Rudolf III, you know, as kids. And then we worked it out together, we talked about it a little bit in PM, and, you know, we just decided that, yeah, that made a lot of sense. It was really nice and endearing. And so they're close childhood friends. And when I was selecting the option earlier, I was about to say, it crossed my mind and I wanted to say it. If it's Canny's, if it's sponsored, presented by Canny, I definitely want to compete. So I'm so glad I opted to compete. Thank you, Canny. I'm gonna give you a wink here. Of course, I'm always ready. Yeah, the game knows. The game knows. I'm so happy it's you, Canny. Welcome, one and all. We have a most thrilling guest today. As you ride your horse past the stands, nobles gasp and stare. I gotta wave enthusiastically. Cheering erupts and the nobles stamp so hard that the stands tremble. When the jousting starts, you quickly realize your opponents swerve each time they approach. They don't want to hurt a queen. Puts a dent in the challenge, really? Right? What's the chance? I love this. Brazen match, isn't it? You're beating everyone soundly. I think I might just... Like... God damn it, the game knows. I love the imagery of a queen nominally in the chiefs being well received in the barracks, right? I love it too. I freaking love it. Like, I really like the dynamic between Kanye and Rudolf III. And while I was reading the previous options, my mind went to what would, like, thinking of what would Rudolf III do is probably, if she realizes that there's not a challenge because people don't want to hurt her, she would probably just accept that, you know, this is not her role, and just consider this like a representation, like joust, you know, just showing up for just for show, and then stepping back and letting other people get into the competition. I think if the game has been sentient, you gotta be yourself. You mean making the most of the advantage? Region cooperation and blurring of some boundaries. Yes! Yes! Oh, you are a coward. That the explanation works too. Shut the fuck up. Simply Vulptic, welcome back. And thank you for joining. How you doing? I don't have money for bets. So, I'm pretty sure more than a few people came to see their good friend Queen, so A seems like a fitting choice. I'm very torn between A and C, you know, but like A doesn't quite strike me. Like, doesn't quite strike me as right. Because it's like, it would be a fake competition, and I think Queen Rudolph doesn't want to take the... Like, I think that she understands what the joust means and what it is like in the march, you know? How much people care for it, and for a true competition, and she doesn't want to take the show away from people. She knows that if she keeps... competing, there won't be a true challenge. And she will probably easily win. And people in the stands will be deprived of one of the big reasons they came in for. Yeah, B Sim is super wrong. It's absolutely not her. So I think that she would do a few rounds just to show up, and then probably after unseating a few people who were thought not to go far in the tournament anyway, the first time that she is basically challenged, you know, like, I imagine this as a tournament, you know, a playoff situation, when she's to face a real competitor, someone who is actually in possibly to win the game, the whole tournament. She's probably gonna step back and sit in the stands and support them and clap for them and cheer for them and leave the stage to real challenge. Yeah, I think so. You graciously withdraw from the competition and take your place in the stands. She understands the joust. She understands marcher culture. She knows how important it is to see a real competition. You can't see much of the competitor's face, but even as they race towards each other, they look more relaxed. As one of them is knocked from the source, the audience applauds, whooping and cheering. See? People are happy. They got to see me, but they also got to see a real challenge, and that's what they were there for. I don't... No. I kept quite... I don't need to check, yeah. Been seen already, yeah. And can probably throw together a fun role where the queen gets gallop up and down without actually competing. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's more things we can do. Definitely unseated Cassandra. Of course. think that if your horse's legs were wheels, that you could do a sick jump off a ramp. God damn it. Johnny Horse Wheels. Oh, God. Let's go with the air here. Your Majesty vet has grown strong and steady like an old castle wall. We did it. Though it began as a political arrangement, it's blossomed into something like love. It's high time you thought about an heir. Congrats are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair, but something's still missing. We will get a child together, indeed. And then we have a call for apprentices. Who's it going to be this time? Not Ethan. Ethan, you are surviving this time as well. Bad news, Your Majesty. A meddling wizard has set up shop in Brusseldorf. I believe it's Brust, the Lord of the Bells. Tell me more about... No. What is this problem? They've put out a call for new apprentices, which is a rare event. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for many. Droves of unwashed, glory-seeking commoners from all over the marsh are lining up for their chance. It's going to be Dragon Pit or Morgrim. It's Dijui. It's Dijui. Not just peasants, I, Dijui, have also decided to apply. The competition will be fierce, but those villagers are no match. I will be the most powerful noble this council has ever seen. You couldn't put your clothes on if it wasn't for your servant's help. We can't let this go ahead. Not only is this heresy, it presents a clear and dangerous conflict of interest. Then we shall assemble the council. They used to call us the true terrorists. Once got arrested by the watch for stealing a whole barrel of meat, yes. Cheers, Your Majesty. So. Has forfeiting noble titles ever led to bad consequences? You think that allowing them is the best thing? I strongly doubt it. Like, has forfeiting the noble title ever led to bad stuff? Yes, it was the reason for Rasuna joining us in the independence. Have any of them died beforehand? Good question. I don't think we want to have a potential wizard on the council. No. I think for the kingdom. Like, I'm saying for the kingdom. I'm saying for the kingdom. Huh. Yeah, wizards have not been great. I know, but it's like it would be too much of a show of favoritism to allow a potential wizard in the council. So numerically, it seemed fine. Okay. So I'm going to say. What's the harm in allowing a wizard, you mean? Yeah, we had a history of wizards sucking. I definitely don't think we want a wizard on the council. I think I'm going to veto A. I think I'm going to veto A. And let the council choose between B and C. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this. Yeah, if you want to become a wizard, you can vote B. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we want a wizard on the council. I don't think we want a wizard on the council. We definitely don't want a wizard on the council. Yeah, so either you renounce being a noble with B, and you can become a wizard, but not a noble wizard. Yeah. So you can either stop this or allow it, but not on the council. I think this is a fair judgment. Allowing a potential wizard on the council, a little bit too much, in my opinion. So, and I don't want to force the council in a decision, right? Like, I could have very well said, let's golden choice B. But I didn't. I want you to actually choose, you know? That's what I meant earlier. How many times have I used golden choice, by the way? It's tie. Oh my god, this is so close. So it's a tie. I'm gonna be counting down from 5 here. If you have not voted, vote now, because you can break the tie. I'm gonna be counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, still a tie, 1, 0. Oh my god, it tied! It freaking tied! It freaking tied. That's insane. I do have golden choice. None so far. That's what I thought so. That's what I meant. Remember when I picked it and I said, I'm going to use it sparingly. I haven't even used it yet. And this would have been a very easy vote to go for golden choice. But I did not want to influence your vote. That's what Queen Rudolf III thought, right? Like, this is a very delicate matter. You know, she knows that in the past, wizards have not been great. So yeah. Oh, I am going to go for B here. I'm definitely going to go for B. It was a tie. I'm gonna go for B. Like, once he forfeits his noble title, that's not our problem anymore. I suppose that is an acceptable compromise. Dijui begins his journey to Brusseldorf immediately. Successor Chief Dijui II inherits his position on the council, but the treasury confiscates the vast majority of his wealth as payment. Burke's presence in Brusseldorf attracts all sorts of visitors, though the power of their latent magic starts to wilt crops for miles around. I was considering C2. Exactly, Northwind. Like, I saw the fact that it didn't come straight from the crown, but the council was a 50-50, made me less sure. Like, I was completely up for C if the nobles had voted for it. But the fact that there's been economical issues, and this was a good chance to balance things out while still allowing the noble to do what they wanted, it sounded like a good compromise. Let's go. And you know what? We're gonna redistribute some of it right now, I think. Do we want to do it? Do we want to do it? Yeah, I'm specifically thinking of Dijui, right? Yeah, we have some poor nobles. I mean, yeah, no, this makes a lot of sense, because we had a one-time cruel tax earlier on to help the treasury get back on track. I don't know why you're not the poor. Oh, probably this. This is why you're not the poorest person, the Joy here. Right? We had a cruel tax earlier as a one-time special measure. And this is the Queen saying, okay, the emergency is passed. Thank you for giving me your 400 gold. Here's 700. As, with interest, you know? So this is what happens if you support the crown. Whenever the crown has money to give, they give it back with interest. Yeah, let's do that. Right, like that's how the Queen frames it, for sure. That's how the Queen frames it. It's like, you gave us money, you gave the crown. It's a loan service. Pretty much, pretty much. The Queen is just grateful. The crown is grateful. What the fuck are these things? Foul play? Workers on strike? What's this stuff? So, what's foul play? I have unfortunate Justin-related news from the March, Your Majesty. Oh. You really don't like Justin, do you? Justin and I have a complicated history, Your Majesty. I'd rather not go into it. Oh, and you have a walking cane, huh? Baron Thrifty Tokens II was killed in a bout against Chief Exocor. Oh my god! Oh no, I know what foul play means. Wait, is it dark type move that hits the opponent based on their attack stat? What? What are you talking about? The Barons are calling for justice. Yeah, the walking cane and jousting, right? Oh, Pokemon joke. I see. Baron 352 seconds sent up for this. It's all part of the sport. Jousting is too dangerous. It must be banned. No. Put Chief Escort through a trial by jousting? No! Dude, he signed up for this. It's part of it. It's freaking part of the thing. I'm sorry, Thrifty. C sounds fair? What? Why would this be fair? So, I'm gonna veto this. But I think it should be A. I don't know what happens. I don't think this is fair at all. Like, Thrifty Token signed up for this. It's part of the sport. He knew what the risks were. Yeah. Exactly. This is quite literally a part of the jousting, is it not? No one should be punished for playing the sport as intended. Exactly. It is what it is. You live by the joust, you die by the joust. Yeah, even Thrifty Token says it. It's part of the sport. He knew what he was getting into. Like, it's not like a patrician was killed in a joust. This was a baron who was killed. Barons know how this works. So, yeah. Banning football. Yuminus, welcome back. How you doing? All right. Thank you. Thank you for being reasonable. Dear Council. Justin is dangerous, yes, it's been revived as a sport in Australia. In some other places, and there are intermittent calls to ban it again. No wonder. Let's go. Thrifty Tokens signed up for this. It's all part of the sport. Despite mounting anger from the Barons from the Barons against Chief Exocor, the jousting fad continues to spread. More and more tournaments are set up across the kingdom with spectators buying huge numbers of metal figurines designed to look like their favorite competitors. Action figures? That's great. What Baron wouldn't want to die in a joust? What's the alternative? Comfortably of old age? Gross. That is the freaking spirit. Hell yeah. That's the freaking spirit. Buy my Funko Pop of Chief Exocor. I mean, that's reasonable, Morgan, if you ask me. And people, you know, People know what they're getting into. If you die in battle, old Wassy won't send your soul back to incarnate in a new body. So let's do Workers on Strike. Old Wassy. Corruption! Workers on Strike and Sparse Corruption go hand in hand together, of course. Your Serene Highness, I need help with my citizens. The coast is prosperous and living conditions are improving, but they still want more. They've gone on strike demanding better pay and fewer hours. Many have thrown down their tools and started squatting on my property. Sounds like they probably deserve what they're asking for. Your Serene Highness? Surely you can't be serious. Those lazy know-nothings deserve the lash. Nothing more. The lash, you say? Okay. We talked to the council, of course. That was never out of the question. But the lash? Exactly, Eumenes, yeah. Dijui, I just woke up from a nap and all I know is I am becoming a wizard. Or dying. One of the two. Yeah, let's get the council in. My humblest thanks, Your August Majesty. Okay, wait. Important moment. Well, now I have to share my headcanon about how Old Wazi is the god of dead souls, as opposed to Chalith being the god of dead bodies. And now instead of a hell analog, they have reincarnation if they don't live heroic enough lives. Mwah. 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 Canon. Boom. This is canon now. Yeah, we found out what Old Wazi is. My most thanks, Your August Majesty. So, sending the coastal troops, that doesn't sound great. There you go, see? That is exactly why we got money. Yeah, sounds reasonable. Right? I think it's C. I think it's C. I think it's either C or D, to be honest, but I think that C is the thing that makes the most sense. So, yeah. I'm gonna strongly encourage you to go for C. Let me spend my money. Let me spend my money. Time to complete the reforms of the past century, give them what they want. That's an option too. They were asking for higher wages, so funds from the treasury, like money is kind of what they want. Like less work hours and higher wages, so... Was that fair? The treasury is the money you took from me? No, it's the money you gave me. It's different. It's different. Alright. Nah, people... Nah. You gave it to me to become a wizard. That's how it goes. 10 to 6. 10 to 6. Still kind of close. I'm gonna be counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. I think this is like the cats, a temporary solution to a long-term problem. When they run out of the money, what happens then? That's a good point, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. You want to pay them? May I ask, Your Majesty, just how much are we willing to set aside for this? Spare no expense, right? Yeah. Oh, wow. I mean, I actually need to think about this. I actually need to think about this. Because, like, no expense is... I think no expense gives the signal that we're gonna give them all they ask for. You know, if just they do a little bit of striking and a little bit of mess, we're gonna shower them with money. So I don't think we want to go with 600, and I don't think we want to go with 1800. Somewhere in between. Tabaltone, welcome back and thank you for joining. How are you doing? See, I hope that it makes sense, right? That the reasoning makes sense. Like, 600 sounds like stingy. 1800 sounds weak. Because it's just giving in to everything they're asking. I'm thinking of what... Like... 1500 is to rebuild the whole city. 1200 is to remove an avalanche. 1000 is the equivalent of a feast at the castle, right? Yeah, but I'm trying not to look at the like 1000 is a practical choice. You know, it will work. Yeah, but that it's kind of like thinking of how to optimize the system. I'm not trying to optimize and to go for you know, the optimal winning choice. I'm trying to think what makes sense lore wise and RP wise. And like 1500 is basically almost the equivalent of rebuilding a whole city. 1000 is the equivalent of a lavish feast at the castle. So it's basically, this is what we give the kind of what we spend at court when we want to treat ourselves. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. You divert funds from the treasury to compensate the workers on the coast, hoping the bribe will be enough to make them sent down. Does the trick the people of your kingdom still respect you enough to follow your decrees? The money probably helped too, of course. The peasants return to work, and the patricians are satisfied. With enough money, you can solve nearly any problem. Fantastic. Fantastic. You don't want to give them too much, right? And a curious curse in the end. It's a full coronation that includes a feast. You're right. You're right. You're right. But it's like for a few dozen people, whereas these, we're talking about hundreds and hundreds of people. So, I think it's a good comparison. A giant glass globe filled to the brim with murky water is wheeled before the council. The fishbowl contains Lord Patrician Ephraim Vizar suspended in liquid. He pokes his head above the surface. Your esteemed highness, most infuriating circumstances befallen me. Good grief, what happened to you? I've been cursed by a sea wizard. He inflicted me with these giggles. I can't leave the water for more than a couple of minutes. What did you do to anger this wizard? I happen to own a tamari that is polluting some picturesque beach he likes. How was I supposed to know? I demand you arrest this maniac and force him to remove these gills. Okay. Glab is bah. Yeah, the queen is married. Send a squad of coastal soldiers to arrest the wizard. Responsible? No. Send a diplomat to politely ask the wizard to revert the curse. Yeah, right? We send a diplomat here. Right? It's water grass for sure. I think it's just that it like a hamper of fine cheese and a bottle of wine, but that's like thank you for fucking up Ephra. I think we need to stand up for Ephra. I think we need to send a diplomat. I think this might be where we use Golden Choice. Now, I trust my nobles. I trust my nobles. I don't want to... Like... I might want to do this. Yeah, does no one remember how fickle wizards could be exactly? Please beat Ephra up more. No! Come on. I think Rudolf III is concerned about wizards. And at the same time wants to respect the coast. So she's going to encourage you to send a diplomat. Yeah, I think so. I think that this is too important. Like, I think that she realizes that this is too sensitive of an issue, not to do this. Yeah. Yeah. If you want to try to talk a wizard into compliance, be my guest. I mean, the other options didn't look great. Alright, I'm gonna be counting down from 5 here. Vote B to get some free money. Counting down from 5. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Reaper just at the end there. Soon enough, the sea wizard appears before the council. As he walks in, seawater slushes at his feet, welling up from the ground itself. What do you want from me? We need you to reverse the curse afflicting Lord Patrician Ephra Bulvizar. And why would I do a thing like that? His tannery is ruining my favorite beach. I don't curse for nothing. I'll pay you 1,000 gold. There you go. Yeah. No, come to think of it, the coast is long and winding with many hidden beaches. The wizard's fleshy bulges and ripples and turns. Suddenly water splashing down in your corridor has left you with quite a clean-up job. Lord Patrician Ephra Bulvizar appears in the council a few days later, back to his old self, though he has a case of the hiccups that persists for several months. I always forget that. See, so basically what that vote allows us to do is spend treasury money to solve the issue. That was great. Yeah, bribing a wizard into compliance. On stopping with. Thank you, Ephra. I appreciate that. We are protecting all of our nobles. Yeah, Rudolf III learned quite a few lessons. I think she may be one of the most knowledgeable monarchs that we've had so far. How about no? I think I'm gonna stick to this. Yeah. Yeah, she's very savvy. That's a good definition. Justin Fever, a Kraken. Oh, fuck. It's the same one. It must be the same one. Oh, I have bad news for you, I think, DJ. We received a message from the wizard Brsk, Your Majesty. I heard it in my mind during breakfast. It was quite disturbing. Their new apprentice, Diju, has died. This is quite normal. Your Majesty, the survival rate of wizard apprentices is less than 1 in 10. Salute to you, Diju. Please, let's get some salutes in chat here for Diju. Regardless, Brust has sent us compensation. How charitable. And what of the damage they've already wrought in Brusseldorf? Did we receive any compensation for that? Alas, no. Only this 150 gold. Perhaps the council will have an idea of what to do with it? So, Rudolf III, after your advanced education in politics and history by your tutors, what is your conclusion about how to solve problems? The answer is always throw money at it. When you have it. Well. Give it to a successor, pay the barons for magical damage in Brusseldorf, build a statue, keep it for the treasury. I mean, we give it to the successor, right? It's the only right thing to do, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna say we give it to the successor. I'm not even gonna use a vote here, a law. We give it to the successor. It's the only right thing to do. Pikachu! How you doing, Pikachu? Long time no see. Holy moly. What's up? Just dropping by to say hi before going back to work. I see, I see. Well, thank you for doing that. Thank you for stopping by. Happy to see you. I hope you're well. And yeah, good luck with work. Diju, of course. Wait, what? Diju is voting against it? Oh, you want a statue? I guess we're gonna give it to your successor, though. 10 to 2, that looks pretty clear. 11 to 2, yeah, let's go. 12 to 2 even. Boom. That's it? This is an insult to my namesake's memory. Who does this wizard think they are? Yeah, I'm gonna give you some of the money back. Here's some extra, sorry for your loss. Fine, I can live with this. Yeah, I think this is reasonable. You hope this doesn't start a trend of nobles asking for money every time a relative kicks the bucket. You'd be bankrupt within a month. True, true. So let's do the jousting fever, and then at the end figure out what to do with the Kraken. I regret to inform you of a jousting related petition from the March, Your Majesty. Why the regret? It's a splendid idea. Your Majesty, we must reinstate jousting as the official justice system of the March. Trial by combat's the way it used to be before the courts started sticking their noses in. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Ah, oh, shit. God damn it. I'm pretty sure we talked about this, yeah. I'm pretty sure we talked about this and we decided that it's not a great idea. Right? Johnny Horsewheel cheering from the commoners block. All like, more horses! I think we ended up deciding that like, what did we decide? Did we decide that we should refuse this? Is that it? Hey Kaji, next time we get the wizard choice, can you not feed anything? Maybe because I would rather do the killing than having all my money taken. I mean, next time I get the wizard choice with you. Last time we refused, which is how it's ended. It didn't end up in the summary. Good point. Yeah, please remind me, Detroit. Terrible idea. What if you want to take someone to court for the crime of stealing your horse? Now you can't just. You'll be provided an office horse I don't think this is I don't think this is healthy. But I respect regional cultures, and I'm gonna let the council decide without influencing the vote. I think we should refuse. I strongly think we should refuse. We definitely should not donate horses, but I think the council should decide. I'm sorry to hear that, DJ. That's part of the game, unfortunately. God, this is actually close. Real men joust on foot. It's 9-8. This is incredibly close. And the marchers are split, also. A chariot pulled by a horse. All I'm saying is we can combine the two into one. Why would we do that? Okay, so the barons are very split. It's 10-8. I'm gonna be counting down from 5 here. This can still be overturned and tied or whatever, so vote now. Counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The council has spoken. It is B. It is a sport, not a legal system. We have hunting for that. What? Refuse. Better stick with the courts. No cows in the vote, Eumenes. That makes sense. Varna simply bows deeply and leaves with a sigh. A wise choice, Your Majesty. There's no more talk of trial by joust. In fact, many competitors sell their horses and equipment to enterprising merchants. Alright. And now... Alexa. A kraken, a real-life, honest-to-ninth kraken, just outside my harbor off the western shore. We should send our navy to subdue the beast at once, says Legacy. A kraken has every advantage in a sea battle, Your Majesty. Perhaps a lighter touch is preferable? It said kraken can be appeased by an offering of living creatures. Heretical nonsense! You cannot be considering this, Your Majesty. So, this is the 5th kraken that we've had in the dynasty? How did the previous ones go? Do we have a record? It's a testament to the wholesomeness of how the Chain Pact has ended up that we have a peaceful, prosperous kingdom and peasants like the dear Johnny can follow the council around making comments and everyone just like, yeah, that's fine. Maybe at this point we just ignore it. I'm thinking about it, you know? The last one survived and destroyed hell. Oh yeah, that one I remember. 2 naval victories, 1 naval loss, 1 appeasement. I see. Yeah, I think that the Navy is still recovering. I think we need time. Trash, welcome back. How you doing? Happy to see you. Have you been? Krakens 1, 2, and 3 were killed in combat. 4 killed the Navy in combat. 5 might be the 4th Kraken back for another go. Oh, so we didn't appease anyone. Alright, work calls. Thank you, Pikachu. Good luck with work. Some of the team in Spain. So I think that Queen Rudolf III recognizes that the Navy is in shambles right now. So we're gonna have to veto the Navy. She knows we cannot spare the Navy for this. So we're gonna have to find a different way. This would be too risky now. Glad to hear you're doing pretty good, Trash. Happy to see you again. I think one was a piece, I just don't remember which one. Okay. I'm kind of tempted to... I don't think we're gonna try to kill it. God. Let me just say, if the Navy faces this, then every noble who has RP'd a naval officer would have faced the Kraken as an admiral. My mother would be glad to not lose the rest of the Navy to the Kraken, my liege. Well, then let's lose. This is very tense. This is a very loaded event because we lost like half of our, like, look at our military, right? Like, it's not in good condition. If we lose this battle against the Kraken, our Navy is going to be annihilated. We cannot risk it. We cannot risk it. The Navy is going to be annihilated if we do it. We cannot do it. One final battle to secure the realm. We beat the crabs. We can beat the Kraken. We just need to believe. What a reign in which 6 military for Pats is bad, right? That's insane if you think about it. I'm very tempted about this rhetoric of one final battle, you know? I'm very, very torn. Also because, like, one of my traits is very relevant to this, but not in a decisive way. I was hoping for a vengeance story. No, like, based on my traits, either I encourage A or I veto it. This is one of the situations where I'm not allowed to just let you vote. Don't send the fleet, you'll finish the 7th work for him. I kind of agree, sweet. I cannot do it, Howitzer. I just said that by my traits I cannot do that. I think that given the most recent things that happened... Ah, God, I need to think it. Give me 30 more seconds and I'm gonna figure it out. Let me read this. This music is so tense too. This is so close. Yeah, they have devastated the Navy. Appeasement never works. Take it from me. Take it from the old hag. Our generation bug problem. Take it from anyone who's stuck an axe in a nice giant's ankle. Veto B. Nah. 3 victories, 3 for victories, 5 for losses. What do you mean? Oh yeah. Thank you, Small Spring Girl, and thank you for being here. Hope you had a good time. Take care. Good night. Be brave, patricians. Yeah, the thing is that B could very well be seen as buying time while we rebuild the Navy in order to then go kill it. I think that's what we do. I think we take time. I think we buy time while we rebuild the Navy. That's what we do. Good night, Small Spring Roll. Thank you for being here. Yeah. I cannot start the vote with no law due to my traits. I would have to either encourage you to vote A or veto it. I basically had to take a decision on how Rudolf III interprets what happened in the past. I appreciate that, Canny. Thank you. So it's one of the two. It's one of these two options, and yeah. We need to take time. We need to buy time. We need to wait for the Navy to be in good condition again, and then we can face it. But now is not the time. Now is not the time. Like, when I read you my traits, it's gonna become clear what I mean. It was a very hard choice. It was a very hard choice because what happened in the past was not super clear to give me guidance. And I don't give a shit how it's there. I don't give a shit. What happens if you run out of goats? We're gonna start throwing nobles in. No, but we hope that by the time we finish the goats, the navy is gonna be completed. That's the idea. So 13 to 8, counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Boom. Appease the Kraken with a sacrifice. Dozens of goats and cows. Oh, cows too. Are rounded up and carted off to Lady Patricia and Lex Aranel's hometown, where they're dumped unceremoniously into the water near the estate. To the church's great anger, the bizarre plan works. The Kraken presumably eats its fill and disappears back into the depths. Coastal villagers celebrate by burning Kraken effigies and occasionally tossing their own ghosts into the sea. Hopefully you haven't just spawned a cult. Oh god. Let's go. Let's freaking go. That was... not super happy. Plague ship. Oh shit. I think this starts some RP things. I usually read the Monarch's traits at the end of the stream. So, Steel, Howitzer, Marley, Legacy. I think that this starts something, yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah, next to the lake. Yeah, I think Plague Ship does something for y'all, right? I agree, Improvocate. God damn it. No, I'm gonna read them aloud. I'm busy streaming, Diju, in case you haven't noticed, so... don't really have time to write private messages right now. The green blight might be upon us. God damn it. We have a plague ship. Yeah. Yeah, no, I get it, DG, but you see, you cannot make your emotions be my responsibility. I understand that you're feeling mad and that sometimes it's when you're feeling very activated and very involved in a game or in something, that emotions can get high. But the healthy thing to do is in that kind of situations is to learn to find strategies to calm down your emotions without necessarily relying on other people or without unloading that burden on other people. You know? So I would encourage you to do that kind of self-work. It sucks. It's a lot of work, but it would be the healthy thing to do. Yeah, no, but like sometimes it's hard, right? Like in the end, it's a game and we're role playing, yeah. But sometimes it's hard. Like bleed exists. More grim. Don't be so harsh. It's all right. Like it can happen. Actually, did you veto A because of your traits? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yeah, I either had to veto. In which vote are you asking? In which vote? Generally, I think sometimes you need to stop out and take a breath. You know, the Council Wizard. Yeah. There was a trait that strongly that wasn't binding necessarily, but is strongly pushed towards that. Yeah. Yeah. Like, all decisions I take are due to RP. Sometimes they are because traits, even if they are not due to traits, they are because of what I think the Monarch would do. Like, I never optimize. I don't care about optimizing and winning during the Wednesdays games. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes I get mad when playing cards game with friends. Yeah, right? That's super healthy. Like, it's something that happens. It's absolutely normal to just feel anger and frustration when you're involved with something. In a game or whatever, you know, there's nothing wrong with emotions, and if you need to step out and take a breath, that's healthy. Like, that's a way that you find to handle your emotions, and that's great. And especially in a role-playing game, it can be really hard to do that because you can, like, your emotions can become the character's emotions and vice versa. You can be super involved with the character, and that character might die or something bad might happen to them, and that's something absolutely normal. It's physiological. I don't know. You get what I mean, right? It just happens. It's how humans work. The important thing is not to make it someone else's problem, but it's the right thing to do is when you notice that is a pattern and it keeps happening to you, try to become aware of it and try to find strategies that help you handle those emotions. Yeah, grab the snacks. And I actually want to talk about this a bit more in the future. Like, I'm planning a little stream about role playing and about how to handle rough feelings. RP's RP, but don't let characters bleed become you. Easier said than done, right? Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to not let character bleed through. So yeah, I'm planning a little like conversation stream on this kind of stuff to maybe discuss it a little bit, make you all aware of some things that can happen, and maybe help you have some tools at your disposal in case you need to deal with these things. So I'm probably gonna do that. In the next few weeks, I'm planning a little something so that we can discuss this kind of stuff. Because I think it's healthy, right? Like, I can see that people really care about what they're doing in RP here, on our server and on the stream, and I want everybody to have a good time and have tools to handle the few moments where they're not having a good time. Actually, if you know something, can you message me? Because this is a King of the Castle problem, but a general problem for me. So I would say, if you have a specific issue, yeah, write something about it on Discord. And if I have a specific resource, I'm gonna be more than happy to link it to you. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna just discuss it in a stream in a few weeks. Again, I'm planning a stream dedicated to this kind of stuff. I've had to cool down after a game because I let my character feelings overtake my normal feelings. It's not an unusual problem. Yeah, I agree. Like, it happens to me. Like, sometimes I'm playing the Monarch and I get super caught up with the Monarch, and I want to see them succeed, or I want to see, like, I get into the hopes that they have, and then they're inevitably crushed. And after the stream, I feel like shit. It's like, oh my god, that poor person. I don't feel like shit, but I feel flustered sometimes. Like, it's just normal. And it can happen. The important thing is get in touch with your emotions and figure out how to handle them. I had no idea. Like, you had no idea that happened to me too. You had no idea that I'm a human being. Yeah, I'm a human being. Once I lost a cool idea and rooted around the garbage looking for it, and I was in a pissy mood. I was mad at everyone around me. Yeah, no. You know what solves this kind of stuff? Best than anything else? Therapy does. Yeah, I'm okay. J-Manji, that's a good name. Welcome, thank you for joining. How you doing? Zombie lizard person, for sure. You are a patrician, a bold patrician at that. Welcome back, Legacy. Yeah, you were always involved in a Kraken fight, Legacy. A very kind and patient zombie lizard person, maybe. Aw, thank you, probably, Kate. Hi, Jumanji, how you doing? I just try to do my best. And I'm lucky to have a nice, beautiful, supportive community. I'm doing great, thank you, J-Manji. Happy to hear you're doing well, and happy to have you with us tonight. Now, let's see if you will compliment me on my ear. Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You said before the council, holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down too. The council hall is raised. It's filled with nervous silence. My child! The assembled nobles break out into a polite applause by designating an heir to amend the stability of the king. Your Highness, it's Big Cheese. Your Highness, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your child. What is their name? Rudolf the Fourth. Thank you, Morgana, Your Highness. I'm sure little Rudolf the Fourth will grow up to be a chief of the old block. Congrats on finding an heir, blah, 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 blah. Well, thank you. Thank you. By the way, if you're just joining us, this is episode 12 of the Chain Pact Dynasty. This is a recurring dynasty that we've been playing for 3 months that focuses on role-playing and lore building. You can take a look at the link that was pinned in chat and is not anymore. If somebody would be so kind as to pin it again, there is a link to our Discord server where you can find some background info for this dynasty so that you can get into the role-playing a little bit. Thank you, Canny. Yeah, whatever. I don't see an issue with that. Did you? Thank you. Yeah, the link that Lurks posted in chat. Shark attacks! Boom, let's go. Johnny could be godfather. Oh, please no. Upsetting news from the coast, Your Majesty. Several peasants have been killed by a shark. I've already sent your condolences. You can't close my beach! J-Manji, you just arrived. Chill down. Chill down. Oh yeah, that's actually a good point. Like, it's possibly easier to say that one of your family was the apprentice. Yeah, that's actually a good point. I take my beach very seriously. Excuse me? That beach is vital for the coastal tourism. You can't close it just because a few people got on the wrong end of a fish. I want to close it. You can't! I'll take this all the way to the council. Okay. Okay. Keep the beach open. Hire an adventurer to hunt down the man-eater. Shut down the beach. Turn the shark itself into a tourist attraction. I mean, it's either B or D, right? It's either B or D, I would say. Shark attacks are quite rare. Not on your beach, though. Alright. Awesome, thank you. Yeah, I think I'm gonna say let's hire an adventurer. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna say let's go with B. Yeah. Oh no, Reaper, no. Poor rabbit. What the hell? Wait, or... Wait, what were you saying? Oh my god, they have to grow up with Johnny Horsewheels, being around the council. Given how previous monarchs get their traits, this bodes funnily for next game. I don't think that we'll be allowed close to Johnny Horsewheels, to be quite honest. Unless they come up again. In a very important way. Alright, let's go. Johnny's there, Lily, you can't keep him out. No, but I can keep the new monarch away from him. Alright, let's go. Yeah, please continue that in private, Morgrim. Like, honestly, as far as RP goes, I'm gonna say, like, there are people on the Discord that are RPing that they are talking with one of the old gods, right? So I don't see a big issue with a little bit of magic. I would keep separate the person who was a wizard with the one who, like the apprentice from the person who's surviving, you know. But I can imagine different ways to get a little bit of magic, to be quite honest. Like, again, we have people conversing with gods, so I don't see why Vimond or whatever the name is couldn't have a little bit of magic, as long as everybody who plays with them is okay with that. Hire an adventurer to hunt down the man-eater. Dead eyes like a doll's eyes. Pardon? Sorry, I was just thinking about my landlord. I really need to make rent this month. I can kill this shark for you, no problem. Just give me the cash up front. The adventurer proves as good as his word. Armed with nothing but a spear and a pair of tiny swimming trunks, he brings the man-eater to justice. Across the coast, people celebrate your wisdom. Tourists come from miles around to see a shark's immense carcass hanging from a hook above the dock. Alright. DG, would you write your ideas on Discord to me in PM, and then I can answer you tomorrow, please? Plague ship is all that's lost. That's left. That's not gonna be great. No. Yeah, no. What you said makes sense in a way, Morgan. Don't worry. I'm just trying to keep the show on focused on something else. Yeah, I can deal with this. The Royal Navy has stopped a ship in the harbor at Thalassus, Your Majesty. It's a merchant vessel from Dania. Where is Dania, by the way? And the crew have come down with some kind of plague. Unlucky? Why? Which one is Dania? Yeah, I don't know where Dania is. Dania is right next to Kurth. Oh, it's on the map. Okay. Captain refuses to go home, saying his crew need food and medical attention before offloading any cargo. That ship is carrying the silk and rare dyes worth... the ship is carrying fine silks and rare dyes worth thousands. I don't care what happens to the crew. We need to secure those goods. Swede? Really? Elrusian country. Okay. Okay. Small city state. Where the fuck is Dania? It's basically canon reaction, yeah. Okay, awesome, thank you. Tell me more about this plague. The infected have high fevers, oozing pustules, uncontrollable vomiting, sounds like creeping scourge, which bumped off half the kingdom a few centuries ago. Let's call it vote. So bumped off half the kingdom, they said, right? Yeah, let's just write this as a loss. Golden choice, let's sink the freaking ship. Right? Let's learn from the past. Let's sink the freaking ship and everybody on board of it. You know, the issue that I have with sea is that tossing the goods into the sea means that some foolhardy people could jump into the sea to grab the goods, and I don't want to risk even that. I don't even want to risk that. Yeah, let the crab... Oh, this means the crabs get him? What crabs? They're done. You know, like, I don't want to... Like, if we throw valuable stuff in the water, there's going to be for sure some desperate person who jumps in just to grab them and maybe gets the plague. So, yeah, no. Same as them going after a sinking ship. That's going to be harder. And then they'll be eaten by sharks. I think that's gonna be harder. Let's go. Sink the ship and all aboard. Your warships fire their ballistas at the merchant vessel, smashing enormous holes in its hull. It sinks into the depths without a trace. This is Dania. This is Dania. S-Man! Welcome and thank you for joining. How you doing? You are a Baron. There you are. A scholar, you look like. Yeah, this is Dania. We just sunk a ship. That was great. Alright, let's go. Auction time! Exclamation mark fund, followed by the letter of the billing you want to fund, followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Yeah, the title lands are basically right west of that, right? So your options are lowering farming for the barons with A, lowering stability with B, raising authority with C, lowering faith for the chiefs with D, raising military for the patricians with E, and lowering trade for the patricians with F. I mean, raising military, raising authority. What's cooler than that, huh? What's cooler than that? 20 seconds left. We definitely need E for sure, so put that big money on E, please. 10 seconds left. We need that navy. We need that navy, y'all. We need that navy. Make sure that the navy is funded. Come on. Thank God, okay. Thank God. Thank God. Alright, Reaper. Building a Thieves Guild. And Dragon Pit. A fortress. That's great. Thank you. It's pirate time. Indeed it is. Wow. Did you spend all your money on that? Almost. Oh, is it sure? Look at this stuff. Look at these rhymes. Got a proposition for your ambition. It's an invitation. This is great. This is great. So, let's do the ambition first. Is this Hamilton? Oh my god, yes. I've got a proposition for your ambition. It's an invitation for a new generation. Boom. This is so good. This is so good. So we do the ambition first, because it's the non-decisive one. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be a conqueror. You look like you plan to live up those words. To those words, right? The kingdom's army is stronger than ever before. Well done, your majesty. But shut down your noble scheme for good. We need to build on that reputation. Your advisors have some ideas. We should crush these disloyal nobles, take command of their armies, and force them to submit. Or if you're looking to unite the nobles rather than smash them, you could declare war on the Ashmedan Empire. They'll forget their schemes if you win. Y'all, it's war. It's wartime. A bird dance, what? A wise decision, your majesty. I've already taken the liberty of contacting the Ashmedan ambassador. The treasurer heard about the green light, the only reason she's bringing up the idea now. Greetings, your grace. I'm here to discuss the terms of our coming war. Wait, what? Oh, I was rather hoping to catch you by surprise. We all know there's a big war in the horizon. The only question is when. Now listen. The Ashmedan Empire is far larger than your kingdom. Didn't you wonder why we never squashed you like a bug? It's because we are divided by internal conflict. It may seem that the empire is ruled by its emperor. In reality, Ashmead is ruled by its generals, who battle endlessly for control of the capital. So why are you here? I'm here representing General Thalicanth, whose lands are safely distant from the border. If you were to invade, all we ask is that you send us your signal. So I have a proposition, a lore proposition here. Also, hi user, welcome back. I have a lore proposition. So, if you get this event at the start of a dynasty, or you get it in episode 20, the general is always going to be called Thalicanth. Always. So, I posit that General Thalicanth is a title. It's like Khan, right? It's not a proper name, but it's a title, a hereditary, a title that you know, the head of this part of the Ashmead Empire takes, or it's a family name. Could be a family name too, yeah. I fought for Thalicanth while in Ashmead. He's an honorable man, much better than the current emperor. It could be a house name. That makes a lot more sense than what I'm saying. Oh, no, I'm saying like there's General Thalicanth and General Papratsup or whatever, you know? Yeah, like, that's what I was going for, Lurks. An incomprehensible Ashmeadian title, yeah. But it could also be a family. From Clausewitz, right? Unfortunately, you can, Legacy. Boom, let's go. We launch a civil war, taking advantage of the chaos to bump off some of our own rivals. Bold plan. I will leave you to think on my words. If we take advantage of the Ashmedan Empire's internal divisions, we may actually have a chance. If you beat our oldest enemy, that would shut the nobles up for good. But winning still won't be easy. Your priority is to raise the kingdom's overall farming and military, blah 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 blah. It's just the most common name there. It's like alright. So, invitation. Your Majesty, you absolutely must come down to the coast next year and experience the summer games for yourself. It is the only social event that matters. If you aren't in attendance, well, it would simply be a crime. How could I say no? Oh, this is simply wonderful. It has been so long since the Queen attended the games. Last time, as I recall, they were assassinated. Not to worry, Your Majesty, I'm sure it won't happen to you. Okay. And finally, we have a proposition. Your Majesty, I have an idea. The best since lined parchment, I dare say. An expedition to Chur. So, how did the previous expeditions go? What a brilliant idea. Ha! I thought you'd agree. You have a lot of wealth at the moment, Your Highness. It's just sitting around, collecting dust. Why not make a sound investment and send explorers to Chur? I have no idea, Dichui. Like Kleptomania, welcome back and thank you for joining. Over 350 years ago, yeah. Who knows what they might find? Treasure, rare materials, ancient history, a new disease. She's a bit too animated when she says the word disease. I think we might do this, right? I don't know. Are we frogging? I don't think we're frogging, right? Okay, this is on Twitch. If I'm frogging, this is on Twitch side, so whatever happens, I hope they fix it soon. Are we good? Still frogging, right? This is on Twitch side. Not me. Hopefully it fixes itself soon. Alright, came back. Awesome. With the medical supplies, it has even spread to the loyal colonies of Sweden and Israel. Oh, that's a good point. That's a great point. Yeah, let's do that. That sounds like a fine idea. Her eyes light up from behind her spectacles. Wait, actually, I just got tricked. Because I don't care about you, because you're freaking independent. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about you. I'm not gonna help you at all. From a historic point of view, I like to imagine it like this. The kingdom is its strongest point. It's a bit like Bohemia or Poland in the late medieval period. You have this massive neighbor who is triple your size, technologically more advanced, and it has better standing army, but it's too wrapped up in itself to notice you're nibbling away. Bigger and bigger bites, that neighbor could wake up and swallow you whole in an instant. Yeah. Yeah. I agree, yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with that. So, wonderful news. I shall make preparations immediately. Expect a brief on your desk very soon. God damn it. Kleptomania, you are a baron. Alright, let's go. And we're gonna resume the usual taxing now. Oh no, it's not the summer games. No. Mercantile complaint? Your Majesty, the richest merchants in the north have bribed the chiefs to give them an exclusive charter. They now control all trade of wool and tallow, the north's most valuable goods. It's a monopoly, Your Majesty. They're scamming the public by fixing prices, pushing smaller traders like myself out of business. Something must be done. Monopoly? It just sounds like good business. Demand that the treasury get a taste of the bribes. Declare the exclusive charter null and void. This is not good for the kingdom. This is not good for the kingdom. Why would I go B? No. No, we're gonna gamble and declare the charter null and void. I don't think this is good practice. I just want to point out that this exclusive charter, in my opinion, is what we've been doing on a smaller scale with Golden Choice. What do you mean? I don't think that the exclusive charter is good for the kingdom, so I would encourage to get rid of it. My character is a robot golden creature. that sentence out of context is top notch still. My character is a robot golden creature now powered by mithril magic. So there might be a big delay here, because I'm seeing votes coming in a trickle. So I would encourage everyone to refresh as soon as they vote, because yeah, they're gonna have all the time to refresh. All right, I'm gonna be counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Boom. It's correct, but it's just out of context. It sounds insane because it's like it's surreal. All right. You order soldiers to break up the monopoly, accompanied by an even more fearsome threat: lawyers. The charter is declared illegitimate. Many chiefs lose their investments. Smaller trades in the north flourish once again, and prices return to a sensible level. The common folk rejoice. Hell yeah. The expedition to Chur that I actually didn't want to do. Oh, I see. I see. I think it's the way I imagine it is it's because it allows nobles to tax their peasants more. But yeah, that could also be it. Like in EU4, right? Your Majesty, have those plans we discussed for the expedition to Chur. Are we almost ready to leave? Not quite. There are still important decisions to be made. Alright, show me. First, we'll need to decide who has the honor of building your ship. I've been tricked into doing it because people said, hey, we need medicines and stuff because we have plagues. But I actually don't care because the plagues are mostly in the Independence territory, right? But yeah, we can send them to House Jones, for instance. Yeah, let's do that. Done with the patrician's sheep, and we're gonna tell them about the chief's sheep. Tell them about the baron's sheep. We're gonna make the big one. We're gonna make the big one. We're gonna buy the galleon from the patricians. Yeah, we're gonna buy the galleon. Very good, Your Majesty. Yeah, it's a plague relief mission, yeah. Next, we must decide who will crew your ship. Tell me about the volunteers. The best of them come at a price. Experienced straight ship captains and their crews would be ideal, but won't be free. Those in the Navy, but no. And you could also levy amateur peasant crews or even use prisoners, but I don't know how much you could trust them to get to where they need to go. I will hire an experienced crew. We need to cure the plague. Sending a ship full of medicine to the loyalist colony, even while they don't have the plague, just to mock the independence? Yes. To make sure that if the plague spreads, our people, protected by the kingdom, are gonna be safe. Yeah, there you go. We're gonna be sending medicine to House Jones and House Concy. House Tynd. Yeah. Oh, we will definitely send priests. 100%. There's one more thing, Your Majesty. The ship will be large enough to house additional expedition members or store extra cargo you wish to send across the sea. Chance you're listening to getting their storm on the boat to fit in 2 options. Oh, you need this medicine? Should have thought about that before becoming independent. Precisely. We could also do some trading, though. They can buy the medicine from the loyalists. They can, but I'm gonna send just enough medicine for the loyalists people. So it's up to the loyalists if they want their people to die. We're going to send priests and scholars. Oh, this was not okay. I'm going to make my choices. So we're gonna send priests and scholars. Yeah, priests first, and then scholars. Excellent, let me just write that down. MrKaji salty? Nah, you should have thought before it became independent. Fantastic, I think that's everything. I shall get to work immediately, Your Majesty. She picks up her scribbled notes and diagrams and hurries out of the room, and her spectacles bouncing slightly on her nose. The ship is completed in record time. Clearly the patricians are eager to impress. You see it off from the harbor by the end of the season. The crew are eager and the ship looks sturdy. You can only hope they bring back something worth the investment, or come back at all. I've never sent this combination, by the way. Priests and scholars. I really hope that it comes back next reign. Someone news, welcome back. That's a very lovely fact. And Goofy, welcome back too. How you doing? You're joining us right at the ambition roll. Yeah, right at the end. I mean, we don't want to come back. Like, no. The answer is no, Northwind. For the last few months, your marshal has been crisscrossing the kingdom, drumming up troops in preparation for their first strike against the Ashmedean Empire. Today at last she's returned, and she's brought one of the patricians with her. Your Majesty, the nobles are proving reluctant to commit their soldiers to your cause. They've sent a delegation to speak with you. Your Serene Highness, of course it's legacy. Of course we all support a war with the accursed dogs of Ashmead. Of course we do. We're more patriotic than anyone else. But we're concerned about the harvest. Your marshal is telling us to raise all our able-bodied levies. If we do that, who's going to gather the crops? The kingdom could starve. We wouldn't want that. Just them cowardice, if you ask me, Your Majesty, but all the nobles are echoing this nonsense. The fools are worried about going hungry for a few years. Until we can persuade them that the kingdom will survive, they won't commit their full forces to our banner. Oh, this is 100%? Okay, never mind. Alright. By the 9th, Your Esteemed Highness, you're right. The kingdom can survive a few hungry winters if it means teaching those Ashmedean bastards a lesson. That's the spirit. I trust we have the backing of the patricians in starting this war then. Yes, Your Serene Highness, let's do this. One by one, your marshal approaches the nobles of your council, seeking their approvals for the launch of a war against Ashmead. It's the Queen, actually, Kleptomania. Hey, Your Highness, the chiefs never back down from a fight. You have our access. When it comes to war, you can rely on the barons, Your Highness. Let's go give the Ashmedeans a kicking. The nobles are united behind the idea of a war on Ashmead, Your Majesty. Finally, I'll assemble the troops at once. Farewell, Your Majesty. When your marshal... What? When your marshal returns to the capital a few months later, she's at the head of an army. The soldiers set up camp outside the city walls, their armor gleaming crimson in the light of dawn. This makes no sense. This shouldn't be 100%. This should not be 100%. The North Heart carries the army? Looks like it. Wow. Okay. We take those. Like, this to me shows how beloved, or rather, how much people believe in Rudolf III. I don't know why. The camp stretches for miles outside the walls of the city. The ground has become churned to mud under tens of thousands of boots. As you approach, you're greeted by an awesome sight. Rank upon rank of hard-faced footmen holding swords aloft, knights on horseback, their plate mail glinting, archers and crossbowmen training furiously, hitting target after target. Beautiful, ain't it? Yeah, not beloved, but like, how much the soldiers believe in her. Oh, I didn't know. Okay. Wait, there's no way that 666 is 80%. Or how much they hate Ashmead. True. Okay. So if he had been 24, it would have been 90? Okay. We're ready. Let's march! Your soldiers let out a full-throated roar. For the kingdom, for the queen! The army is a vast, stinking, hungry monster that swallows up the landscape as it marches south. When you arrive at the border, your soldiers spill across like a flood, sweeping away the surprised Ashmedian sentries in their path. To tell the truth, you don't see much of the fighting. Your job is just to give inspirational speeches before the battle starts, wave a sword around, then duck back into your tent. Despite that, or perhaps because of that, your first Ashmedian campaign is a huge success. By the time you return to the capital for winter, you've conquered almost 100 miles of territory along the border. As the city gates swing open, you're greeted by a rush of joyous sounds. Clapping, cheering, peasants are throwing roses at your carriage. Trailing behind, of course, is also a retinue of wounded soldiers nursing deep-seated trauma and grieving their lost comrades. The peasants largely ignore them. All hail the Queen, the conquering hero! Yeah, we're gonna be waving. The cheering somehow gets louder. They really think you're a hero, even though you spent most of your time in a tent looking at the maps. When you return to the palace, your wife is waiting for you, your heir Rudolf IV in her arms. My darling, you're finally back. I've been breathlessly following the tales of your conquest. We have so much to talk about. Little Rudolf IV has been growing up so fast in your absence. Sorry, dear, but the council has requested a meeting. Of course, well, hurry back, my love. This is so fucking tragic, and I'm gonna tell you why in a moment. As you step back into the council's presence for the first time in many months, the nobles all look up at you with trepidation. Wait, what are you saying? Johnny Horsewheels, drafted into the Ashmedian offensive, is cheering like a madman as he rides on his chariot. He still wishes the horse itself had wheels. For hooves. Oh, God. Simple coffee. Yvette, simple coffee. As you step back into the council's presence for the first time in many months, the nobles all look up at you with trepidation. Welcome back, Your Highness. Let me be the first to congratulate you on your victory. But now we can get back to the business of ruling. There are many votes that need your attention. Did you forget there's a war on? But what about democracy, the constitution? To the Queen we speak! We may have won a victory, but Ashmead will strike back, and strike back hard. We don't have time for votes. We need to prepare. Oh my god, this is so tragic. And if your squabbling bastards don't unite behind the Queen right away, you'll wake up next year with Ashmedian soldiers in the bedchamber. Do I make myself clear? Crystal. So... this is terrible. This is terrible. So what happened was, Queen Rudolf III ends up having a terrible fucking life ruling. Constantly at war. You know why? Because the nobles chose her ambition. The nobles chose her ambition, her mandate. She didn't want to go to war. She did not want to go to war. She wanted to raise up the military of the kingdom, but she did not want to go to war. But because the nobles chose it, she's forced to do it, and she comes back traumatized, just like the other soldiers. She's one of the traumatized soldiers that come back from the war. And when the nobles, when she comes back, yeah, this is so bad. The tragedy is the nobles might not have realized exactly. Yeah, exactly. When she comes back, the nobles say, so, we have these matters to discuss. And by that time, the nobles and the queen live on two different worlds. They live on two different worlds. And Yeah, you, with your choice, traumatized one of the most sane and sensible monarchs that this dynasty has ever had. Yes. Yes. This was because of the noble's choice. She did not want war, but she had to follow her mandate, and she did follow it out of a sense of responsibility. And this is what it led to her being scarred for life and traumatized. She comes back, the nobles ask her, hey, let's talk about these things that, you know, the kingdom needs to deal with. And she cannot even comprehend how people can talk about a shark eating a few people, or, you know, an exclusive charter, or some businesses failing when there are thousands of people dying in war. And so, out of sheer trauma, she answers, do you forget that there's a war going on? We should talk about that, maybe. With the intention of saying, maybe let's stop it. Maybe let's rediscuss it. Maybe let's tone it down. And what happens? The marshal comes barging in and doesn't even give her time to explain. And she doesn't have the strength, the mental strength, because of her trauma, to step in once she sees that that works. This is so fucking tragic. This is so tragic. Rudolf III. Poor Rudolf III. And kind of with a resigned tone, she finally says, then let's begin discussing plans for our next campaign. And it's like a sigh. She says this with a sigh that means her complete resignation. This is the moment where Queen Rudolf III knows that she has no control on her life anymore, and that the crown has taken control of her life. That she cannot step back. You know, she probably does, Canny. But it's like, you see that it's never the same in her eyes. And every time, she's probably soon dragged back into the council hall to discuss war plans, or worse, to leave immediately for a new campaign. She started this reign with renewed purpose and ambition light in her eyes. She ended this reign dull, resigned, the light long since dead. That is the perfect description. Please, Lurks or Vaspir, grab that and paste it in our channel so I can take a look at it later. Yeah. You can tell a good ruler because power makes them sad and tired. There you go. Alexa, play Fortunate Son. Oh, sorry, I have just unleashed Alexa for you. Yeah. Then let's begin. I think that Yvette is actually going to be a comfort to Rudolf IV. Then let's begin discussing plans for our next campaign. Hey, Your Majesty, whatever you say. And this is so bad! Because this is not whatever she says. This is what you said. Whatever you say, whatever the marshal says. This is nothing what she says. Oh yeah, definitely trash, yeah. After that, the nobles never defy you again. And she would love for them to defy her. She would love for her to defy her. But it's not like your life gets easier. Your Majesty, I hate to interrupt your meeting, but I just received word that the Ashmedan Empire is marching on our newly conquered territories. They're sending 30 regiments. We need to mobilize immediately. With a sigh, you head back to the palace to say goodbye to your wife. Here we go again. GG, everyone. GG, good game. This is one of the saddest endings that we've had, I think, in this dynasty. This was so fucking sad. Jesus. This is devastating. The Barons attempt to replace the Queen's advisors never panned out. One night, Baroness Manager made a walk to find the smiling spy master holding an after her throat and kindly asking her to desist. Yeah, this went from a comedy to a tragedy, yeah. Yeah, she wants them to question the war, and they just go gung-ho, yeah. The chiefs abandoned their hopes for Oddhill's horn, which passed into legend one more, a treasure fit only for seducing adventurers into frozen wastes where ice giants and hypothermia await them. The patricians failed to turn the kingdom's debts against it at the moment past, waiting for the next time to scheme once more. Queen Rudolf III's reign spanned another 15 glorious years, mostly spent fighting in foreign fields. She conquered land from Tavali and Ashmead, lost it, campaigned to get it back. By the time the old warrior died, she was battle-scarred and celebrated as a hero. But most of all, she was tired. This is so sad. Rudolf IV probably grew up in a stable household with Yvette, but Rudolf III was not there most of the time, and thus Rudolf IV grew to absolutely despise war and conflict because of it. I'm gonna think about what their stance is. But nice wholesome chain pact. It's wholesome for the kingdom, not necessarily for the monarchs. And this monarch is this lineage is actually the proof that the chain pact is great for the kingdom. Is it great for the monarchs? Not so much. Not so much, y'all. Oh, Rudolf never felt like a hero. Never. Never a day in her life. I think Yvette has gotten more stable thanks to the marriage. And you know, it's one of those situations where you see that your loved one is having a rough time and you step up. I think that mechanism clicks for Yvette. Laura! Yeah, unfortunately you missed it, sorry. Rudolf III, the best ruler we could ever possibly hope for. I think so at this point. I love how this is another angle questioning the chain pact as an automatic net good. Yeah. I was thinking about this. Last week, and God, I would never have thought that this would be the consequence. I would have never thought that this is where we would end. Like, I was considering this idea, but never thought this is how it would go. Yeah, right, Dragon Pete, yeah. Alright, let's take a look at the title. Oh my god, this is so sad and ironic. Queen Rudolf III, the Brave. Everybody remembers her as a hero. Whereas she's just dead inside. She's so fucking sad and tragic. Can we get salutes in chat for Queen Rudolf the Brave? Can we get salutes, please? Let's do a salute to this brave, nice queen. And while you salute her, I'm gonna read you her traits. Come on, come on, come on with the salutes. Yeah. So, her traits were: I love books. Always try to gather more and encourage their circulation. So she was very pro books, literacy, libraries, and printing. Then, history has the answers. Always follow its good example. And this was her obsession with trying to figure out what happened in the past and trying to follow the good steps of what happened in the past. Then, as long as they're treated kindly, peasants won't hurt anyone. Always try to lend an ear to their problems. Oh, the first two about books and about history came from Odvine. This one about the peasants came from Rudolf II. And then we had all faiths and all religions have a right to coexist. Never repress them. And this came from Canny. From her friend Canny. Who was a baron, believing in Caldovaga, and that taught her that it's fine. That it's absolutely fine. do we think about the idea of all the many reforms monarch undertook? And the higher authority and stability in the kingdom that resulted in the power of more centralized monarchy, but the result puts a ton of pressure on the monarchs? Yes. The Chain Pact is so good, we protect the monarch from anyone who would topple them. The monarch who was accused 5 minutes ago of being the crownless reaper. Yeah. When the monarch will reach the kingdom, the one... A heretic. Gods, if we had such a monarch before, I would have never turned independent. Right? Right? Now I'm on board with y'all. She sounds great. Right? She was pro-books and literacy. Pro-history and learning. Pro-peasants. Pro-tolerance. She would have been a great queen if not for us making her go to war. Think about that next time when we play with, oh my god, when we play with Monarch Rudolf the Fourth. This is not how I expected Monarch Rudolf the Fourth. Think about this next time when we play with this one. I will never love another monarch again. She was an excellent queen. We just ruined her. Yeah. Oh. It's MrKaji. Yeah, I've been keeping it close to my chest because I didn't want to be too obvious about my plans, but Prosper of Doom has become fully disillusioned with the Chain Pact. It came across, yeah. Alright, somewhere the curiously, medieval texts never seem to mention PTSD as we know it, despite the overabundance of conflict suggesting such a thing didn't exist in the cultural mindset. Huh. And why did we go to war? Because we hate Ashmead, because our ancestors hated them. That's the tradition time theme again. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. This was, without a doubt, one of the saddest queens, monarchs that we've ever had in this dynasty. This was incredibly sad. Queen Rudolf III the Brave, a promising queen that apparently had all the qualities to be beloved by all and to lead the kingdom successfully. Who was ruined, traumatized, emptied by the directions that the nobles gave to her reign. Think about that. Think about that, nobles. Think about that. Think about what your actions bring to the monarchs and what the monarchs are giving in order to keep the kingdom afloat. Alright. Next time we're going to be playing as the poor child of Queen Rudolf III, Monarch Rudolf IV. This is going to be, I would say, probably the second to last monarch in the Chain Pact Dynasty. I'm gonna be confirming this in a couple days, probably on Friday. So stick around. See you on Friday for that, and see you on Wednesday for episode 13 of the Chain Pact Dynasty. Thank you so much for playing.